Atlanta's in town. Your thoughts on the Atlanta series?
Yeah, I mean, look, Atlanta's a team that had huge expectations and has been a great team in this league for a while now. They had pitching massive injuries this year that derailed them. Their offense is kind of back, and they have been a very, very good offense for the second half of the season. So we're going to have to deal with that. This is, the Acuña's in there, and Profar has been playing really, really well. Michael Harris has had a really tough first half and has had a great second half. So this is a good offense. So keeping runs off the board is going to be challenging.
Good luck here against Atlanta.
Thanks, Coom.
That's the manager's show with Craig Counsell. Zach, back to you.
Coom, thanks. The baseball board next. On the Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees. Other books may charge you just to get on the field, but with Circa Sports, you can swing away with every bet. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Save 20% on Benjamin Moore Regal Select Interior Paint from August 27th through September 8th. Visit your locally owned Benjamin Moore store. Terms and conditions apply.
And you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. In the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
What a performance by Kenyatta Gaines. The national anthem at Wrigley Field on this Labor Day, sponsored by Patriot Pavement Maintenance, simplifying pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. Cubs hosting Atlanta. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
All the Cubs talk you can handle on the Spiegel and Holmes Show. Afternoons 2 to 6 on 670 The Score. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago on Odyssey Sports Station.
Who are you banking on? Is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Michael Busch, who's hitting .279 against right-handers with 24 home runs this season. The pitching matchup sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Colin Ray, the right-hander, going for the Cubs. 10-6, a 4.23 ERA. Fellow right-hander Spencer Strider on the hill for the Braves. 5-12 this year with an ERA just under 5. Let's go around baseball. Sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. Bottom of the 8th inning. Mets leading the Tigers 10-7. The Blue Jays a 4-2 lead over the Reds in the last of the 9th. Top 7, Red Sox 6, Guardians 3. The Astros lead the Angels 4-3 in the bottom of the 6th inning. Bottom 6 in Minnesota, White Sox 4, Twins 3. The A's lead the Cardinals 5-3 after 6 innings of play. Here at Wrigley Field, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Braves, Pat, Ron, next on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Ian Happ. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Back to school is just around the corner. And if summer has wreaked havoc on your kids' hair, Great Clips is here to help. From overgrown mops to tangled tresses, you can use online check-in to get a haircut worthy of those first day picks faster at low prices that'll make you smile. So what are you waiting for? It's time to say goodbye to summer shaggy and hello to school year sharp. Download the Great Clips app today. Back to school haircuts at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Hungry for purpose? Join Northern Illinois Food Bank in the fight against hunger. September is Hunger Action Month, and we're going orange, the color of hunger awareness. Together, we can put our shared purpose into action and help neighbors get the nutritious food they need to thrive. Don't just make a difference, be the difference. Visit solvehungertoday.org to volunteer, advocate, or donate. Let's fight hunger together this September. Northern Illinois Food Bank. Neighbors empowered.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run.
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
It's Pete Crow Armstrong.
Gone! Three-run homer, Pete Crow Armstrong.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a three-run homer.
This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Laturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, AARP, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's game one of a three-game series between a couple of old rivals, the Chicago Cubs and the Atlanta Braves. Good afternoon, everybody, and a very happy Labor Day to you, whether you are working or lounging. We are happy you've decided to join us for this opener of the homestand and the series. It is a glorious Monday at Wrigley. 75 degrees, cloudless blue skies overhead. Perfect conditions for the opener of this series. The starting pitchers are right-handers. Colin Ray starting for the Cubs, seeking his 11th win. Spencer Strider is starting for Atlanta. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for today's game. Sponsored by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. Leading off for the visitors from Georgia, Jurickson Profar is the designated hitter. Matt Dyson at first base. Ronald Acuna Jr. in right field. Drake Baldwin is catching and batting fourth. Ozzie Albies at second base. Michael Harris II in center field. Nacho Alvarez Jr. batting seventh and playing third base. Jake Fraley in left, and Nick Allen batting ninth and playing shortstop for the Braves. For the Cubs, coming home after a successful 5-4 road trip out west, it'll be Michael Bush leading off and playing first base as the Cubs take the field. Michael Bush at first, Kyle Tucker batting second in right, Seiya Suzuki the designated hitter, Ian Happ the cleanup man in left, Nico Horner at second base, Carson Kelly batting sixth and catching, Pete Crow Armstrong in center, Dansby Swanson at shortstop, and batting ninth and playing third base, Matt Shaw. We are ready to go, the Cubs and the Braves. Back to get it started right after this on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here with Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and All-Star Ron Coomer on the Cubs Radio Network.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS-FOR-KIDS to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
BC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yingling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yingling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar or store. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And Pat, we were just talking right before you went on to give the lineups. It is always great to be back here at Wrigley Field.
On such a glorious day and a holiday, the Cubs are chasing down a playoff spot. One correction, the second batter for Atlanta is Matt Olson. Jurickson Profar will lead it off. Full house at Wrigley. The lights, for whatever reason, the lights have been turned on prior to the start of today's game. The big right-hander, Colin Ray, fires to the left-handed batter. It's outside, and away we go. The Braves are probably, in fact, almost certainly not going to be a playoff team this year. 13 games below 500. A swing and a foul off to the left out of play. But they have a lot of good hitters still in their lineup, Ron, and they have a recent history of being a postseason team several times. Here's the 1-1. Fly ball to left, slicing toward the line, Happ on the run, battling a tough Sun, makes the catch. That was not routine. It's out number one.
Now, good play by Ian going down the line, as you said, battling the sun, the wall, the wind, a little bit of everything, but makes the play. And I agree with you. I think this Atlanta team is formidable, and they're healthy again with their offense. They really get beat up to start the year and really knock them right out of, competing for a division title. But now their offense is back and swinging the bat much better.
Olson, always a power hitter at first. 21 home runs, 77 driven in. He was born in Atlanta, spent some time with the A's, and then traded to his hometown team a couple of years ago. Takes inside 1-1. Ron, as you think about Colin Ray of the Cubs facing these Braves today, here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. What's on your mind?
That last pitch. Four-seam fastball, top of the zone, inside to Olson. Perfect pitcher's pitch. When Colin Ray has command of his fastball on the edges of the strike zone, all the other pitches really benefit. And the other thing about him that, I was thinking about this morning, people talk about him being a command guy. He's got a great fastball, 95.
Line drive into right, a base hit, gloved by Tucker, moving toward the line on one hop. He fields it and gets it back in. It's a one-out single for Olson. No score, top of the first. The batter, Ronald Acuna Jr.
Oh, high split finger. First one he threw in the game, and that one stayed up. When he throws that split and it stays down in the zone, it's a very effective pitch.
Cubs in their home whites, white shirts and trousers, blue pinstripes all over, blue hats and numbers, sleeves and socks. Acuna swings and misses. Most of the Cubs wear white shoes. The Braves in their traveling grays, gray shirts and trousers, red numbers on their backs, navy blue hats and sleeves and socks. Acuna takes inside. Acuna has a uniform unique unto itself. Gold shoes, gold batting gloves, gold sweatbands. He's styling. Here comes the 1-1 to the former MVP A little soft line drive, caught at first by Bush, and that's out number 2. What a good pitch by Ray, right in on the thumbs of Acuna.
Yeah, great pitch. That's that fastball we're talking about. And he ran that good 95-mile-an-hour fastball in on the hands and got the little bat handle pop-up. Now, I know we talk about fashion in our booth some. I would think that's a little more than affordable luxury, that stuff he was wearing today.
In other words, you think he paid for it himself?
No, I think it's just more than affordable. That's got some style to it, is right. Yeah, that's high end. That's top shelf stuff.
Well, I
kind
think
of like that shirt you're wearing today. That's yeah.
Now this is straight from Suits 2020 over in Niles.
Yeah.
One of our excellent sponsors on Cubs Radio. We'll get back to that momentarily as Drake Baldwin bats. Baldwin had a game-winning homer against the Phillies yesterday. Young catcher having a good season. When you're playing for a team that's not a contender run and you're a rookie, you can have a good season and do it very quietly. Yep. This would be an example.
Absolutely. He's having a very good year. He's got just over 300 at bats, but he's hitting 280, 15 and 62 for the young guy.
He hits a high fly ball to left, slicing foul, and it's going to drift out of play.
Hometown in a city I once played in many years ago. It was my home city of Madison, Wisconsin.
Capital city of Wisconsin, sure.
I played for the Madison Muskies in the minor leagues. I think that was 1989. So a few gray hairs ago.
That's where the University of Wisconsin is located.
Mm-hmm.
2 balls and 2 strikes on Baldwin. No score first inning. 2 down, a man at first. The pitch up high to the left-handed batting Baldwin.
First inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. And Speed Gun today, that's powered by Xfinity. Get seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity, the Wi-Fi is booming.
Off to a walking lead and now running is Olsen at first. This pitch is fouled away. No need to hold a guy when it's 3-2 and 2 down. You know he's going to be going. 75 degrees, perfect day. Game time temperature sponsored by 4 Seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Your trusted local experts, 4 Seasons. The next pitch, just outside. Jensen Visconti calling balls and strikes today. It looked like he thought about ringing up the batter, Baldwin, but he decided not to call it a strike. And it may have that could have been called a strike.
Yeah, it was. That's the pitcher's pitch. That when it hits the edge of the strike zone, that could go either way. That was a pretty good pitch.
It is a base on balls. 2 outs, 2 on for Ozzie Albies. Switch hitter batting left-handed. And the pitch to Ozzie pulled on the ground. Fair inside first down the line. It's going to drive in a run as Olsen scores. It's a long single for Albies as Baldwin goes all the way to third. And the missed call by the umpire immediately stings a little bit as Albies hits a sharp single just inside first down the right field line.
He always gets this fastball right in the middle of the plate, and he's out front of it and hooks it. No chance for Bushy to make a play on this ball. And you're right. You talk about a game of inches. How about a half an inch? That last pitch to Baldwin hit the strike zone and the monitor, in the strike zone in our box. Could have went either way. Cubs don't get the call, and then the next pitch is hit down the line.
75 degrees run, sponsored by 4 Seasons. Heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Your trusted local experts. 4 Seasons. Gave you the uniforms. Beautiful green ivy on the walls all the way around. What a sight this is with the stands full of mainly Cub fans. I see a few red shirts in the audience, but mainly blue and white. Those are the predominant colors. Lake Michigan visible way out beyond the right field fence as Michael Harris II stands in and takes inside for ball 1. 1-0 Atlanta. 2 outs, 2 on. Harris hitting .251 He's driven in 73 runs. He's a very good fielder in center. And the pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-1.
Albies at first base. He has a very big lead. Keep an eye on him. It looked like he was trying to figure out when to go. See if he goes here.
He's not running. And this pitch is driven to center, going back on the play. Crow Armstrong, and he makes a great catch. The ball was knuckling on him. He actually overran it, slid, and then reached back behind him to make a very impressive catch. That was anything but routine, and it retires the side. 1 run for Atlanta, 2 hits. They leave a pair. Middle of inning number 1. Braves 1, Cubs coming up on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Dansby Swanson. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Change is always happening, but no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth. Feeling smooth. Who said that? It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw. So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yingling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yingling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yingling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
There's nothing quite like local. That's why AARP is local, offering free events that can help with finances, family, and fun. Find your local event at aarp.org/IL.
Nice to be back at Wrigley, working with the excellent engineer Paul Zerang. Zach Zaidman working alongside. As we go to the bottom of the first inning, Michael Busch leads off and takes a strike from Spencer Strider. Strider having a rough year, 5-12, and an ERA of just under 5 at 4.95. Low and inside for a ball. Ron, if you were in that Cubs lineup, what would be your approach to Spencer Strider?
Well, to me, he's a 4-pitch pitcher, but really 2 are dominant. Fastball, slider. I would eliminate the other pitches unless he showed me throughout the day.
Swinging a smash foul, right side.
That he was going to throw those, and they were going to be really worked into his sequence of pitches today. So I would be fastball, slider, and then as you watch him throughout the day, what pitch is the most hittable pitch? He's had some issues hanging that breaking ball and leaving it in the middle of the plate.
Swing and a miss on a curveball, and Busch is out number 1. 1-0 Braves. Bottom of the first, the batter is Kyle Tucker. Cubs leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Busch would have gotten a base hit, Benny's would have donated $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Kyle Tucker, 21 home runs, 70 runs batted in, hitting .270. Takes down low for ball 1 from Strider.
Just looking out at the ballpark today, the field looks absolutely incredible. So a great job by the grounds crew once again to get this ballpark looking and the playing surface looking and playing as well as it is after all the concerts that while we were on the road.
Bouncer to first, fielded by Olsen on assisted play, just in time to get a hustling Tucker. And that's out number 2. And here comes Suzuki.
But the other thing about today, Pat, I'm looking at the flags and all morning, they're kind of blowing towards the left field foul pole somewhat, and they're not blowing hard. So I don't think the wind is going to play a big factor in today's ball game. I think today you hit a ball hard in the middle of the diamond, it will go out of the ballpark.
Suzuki, the batter, hitting .247, takes outside. Spencer Strider, born in Columbus, Ohio, is a big right-hander, 6 feet tall, 195. He winds and fires. This pitch fouled away, 1-1. He's had some arm surgery, Ron. He missed the entire 2019 season after undergoing Tommy John surgery. And then he had more surgery last year, 2024, made 2 starts and then missed the rest of the year. So he's had some troubles, but he's back in the big leagues.
Well, and, unfortunately for him, last year having that surgery, he's coming off a 20-win season the year before. He was 4th in the Cy Young voting in 23 and then basically lost last season.
Line drive, base hit to left for Seiya Suzuki. Picked on a low pitch and go off the line drive into left, and here comes Ian Happ.
That's that slider we were talking about. He left it at the bottom of the zone, but right down the middle. And Suzuki hammered this ball in the left field.
First time that we have ever seen Strider as a starting pitcher work a game against the Cubs. As he goes to work on Ian Happ. Ian taking ball 1. Happ, 18 home runs, 63 driven in. Had a good series over the weekend in Colorado. And the 1-0 to Ian is a strike. Zach Zaidman will keep us updated on all the other activity today. For example, Philadelphia at Milwaukee. They're just getting underway. Cubs 6.5 behind the Brewers. There goes the runner. The pitch low and outside. Throw to second base. Not in time. Suzuki stealing the bag. He stole it much more on Strider than he did on the catcher Baldwin.
A nice jump by Say at first. As you said, Pat, he got a great break. Throw a little up the line. They tried to sweep tag to Allen, the shortstop, but Suzuki just beat the play.
Here's the pitch to Happ. A swing and a foul back. Ian now with an RBI opportunity. 2 down in the first. Braves lead by a run.
Well, Ian got a good pitch to hit that last pitch. Strider so far in this game, he's probably thrown 4 or 5 pitches right in the middle of the plate. And I mean center cut.
Suzuki's 5th steal of the year as he leads at second. The 2-2 from Strider. And Happ will take low and inside. 3-2. Stolen bases by the Cubs. Steals for the Cubs powered by Arturo Tire. Another Cubs steal. Here comes the 3-2 now from Strider. Swinging a big tap over the mound. Tough play charging. Albies quick throw to first to get him. Albies a good little athlete at second base. Charged it, gloved it, made that quick running sidearm throw to first to get Happ by half a stride. Cubs don't score. We've played 1. Braves 1, Cubs nothing. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. Trusted by homeowners on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, they can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Imagine having your skull detached from your spine to save you from paralysis. When Phil came to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, his spine was digging into his brainstem, but our team developed a plan to rebuild his spine.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Northwestern Medicine is pioneering treatments for the toughest conditions. Incredibly, Phil was walking just days after surgery.
As Phil's nurse, I'm proud to be on a team that's changing lives.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Top two at Wrigley. Braves 1, Cubs nothing. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are. Pat?
Big right-hander Colin Ray goes to work in the second inning. Bouncing ball left side, gloved by Shaw. Plants the feet. The third baseman throws him out. And one third baseman has just bounced out to the other. 1-0 Braves. The batter is Jake Fraley.
Good little tight breaking ball by Ray to just get the little rollover ground ball.
Uniform descriptions we gave you, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. Jake Fraley takes a strike. Fraley, left-handed batting left fielder. And he'll take inside for a ball. Cubs playing in game number 138. So the final 4 weeks of the season have arrived on this Labor Day Monday. Here's the 1-1. Fastball away. And this run is when you really start zeroing in on clinching playoff spots and positioning yourself as advantageously as possible for the postseason. And by that, I mean trying to get the home field whenever possible.
Yeah, I would agree. Talking with Craig Counsell earlier this morning, he said they're not quite adjusting the pitching yet to thinking about playoffs. You know, you're still just in the regular day-to-day grind with the pitching staff.
But those days are approaching.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's exactly what he said. So you're basically saying the exact same thing Counts did earlier today, where, you know, they're not doing it yet. That doesn't mean that they're not thinking about it already. They just haven't put a plan into action yet for the staff. That's exactly right.
Fraley takes outside. Now, you never count your chickens before they're hatched in life or in baseball.
There's life outside of baseball? This time of year.
You're just asking for trouble, Ron, when you start counting those little chickadees before it's time. Here's the pitch on the way, a swing and a miss by Nick Allen. And thinking the Cubs with this game today have 25 games remaining. Think of all the possibilities in 25 games for you and the other teams.
Yeah.
Here comes the 0-1. It's on the way. Fastball is inside. The count 1-1 on Nick Allen.
Yeah, Zach and I were talking about that in the pregame show, how at minimum what you'd love to have happen is the Cubs win the division. But if they don't win the division, you'd like for the season to end right where it's at.
Swing and a miss. Runner going. Throw to second. Beautiful throw. Out at second base is Fraley. What a throw by Carson Kelly. Right on the money.
Perfect throw, good tag. They're not going to challenge. He is out at second base. And you're exactly right. Kelly comes out firing and throws a strike to Nico. Perfect tag, and that's second out of the inning.
2-4, the caught stealing. 2 down, bases empty. 1-2 on Nick Allen. The pitch Strike 3 called, inning over. No runs, no hits, none left. Middle of inning number 2. Braves 1, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday with Rahimi and Harris, 10 a.m. to 2 on the score.
Plumbing emergency? Plumbers 911 connects you with licensed, highly trained, background-checked contractors for any plumbing issue. Leak detection, water heaters, sump pumps, repiping, and more. Phones are open 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911, where they do it right the first time.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch, and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay, plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits apply over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speed. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
This Saturday, September 6th, the Cubs take on the Nationals at 1:20 in the afternoon. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Harry Carey fan graphic tee presented by Benjamin Moore. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Huh?
Nico Hoerner takes outside Zach as we go to the bottom of the second inning on this beautiful holiday Monday. Spencer Strider coming back 1-0. Nico hits one in the air to right, slicing toward the line. Acuna over. It's out of play. Foul. The corner outfielders, I noticed half in the first inning on defense for the Cubs, and now Acuna here in the second for the Braves. Each man seemed to have a hard time reading the ball off the bat.
Yeah, the sun is going to be an issue today in the outfield. It always is around this time of the day. And then here pretty soon, the shadows around home plate will become an issue here as the day progresses.
Braves outfield straight away and medium deep against Nico Hoerner. Defensive alignment brought to you by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Hoerner hits one in the air to right center. Pretty well hit, but going over is Acuna, and the right fielder makes the catch. Maybe 5 feet shy of the warning track as Harris crisscrossed behind him. One down.
His fastball middle of the plate, little maybe inner half as that ball got in on Nico just enough to where he didn't quite click it on the barrel.
Here is Carson Kelly. Well, let me ask you this. You played many games at Coors Field in your career. How about when you come back to your home park, or even if you're on a road trip and you go to another city? It's so unique playing in Coors Field. Is there a little period of adjustment, kind of reacclimating yourself to a normal park? Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Popped up towards right. Acuna battling the sun as he comes over. This one is out of play.
Yeah, I would say
1-1.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Without question it does. And, you know, even when you're taking your batting practice and you're watching the ball, and it just seems like it never comes down. It goes an extra 20 or 30, 40 feet sometimes, depending on the day. And then you get, to your home ballpark, and it's not the same. It just really isn't.
Carson Kelly hitting .256. The 1-1 pitch to Carson. Ripped on the ground to third. One hop to Alvarez. Gloves it cleanly, and the throw across in time. 2 down. 1-0 Braves. Second inning, the batter, Pete Crow Armstrong.
All reviews in this game and manager's challenges, they're sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
Left-handed batter against the right-hander. Pete hitting 250. Here's the pitch on the way. Off-speed pitch down low for ball one. Cubs could use a hot stretch from Pete Crow Armstrong. Early in the year when the Cubs played some of their best ball, he was right in the middle of a lot of rallies. Here comes the 1-0. He lays off something high, 2-0.
I'd love to see Pete here for a couple days in a row. You and I were talking about this earlier today, of really trying to just use the other side of the field. Not give up on the pull side, but just really kind of focus to the middle of the diamond or the other way. And that will really help the little issues that he's having with timing, right? He's been out in front of a lot of breaking stuff, and then you're in between. Then you're not sure, with the timing. You use the other side of the field to left center field for a while, and that kind of zeroes you back in timing-wise.
3 balls and a strike on Pete Crow Armstrong. 28 home runs, 83 driven in. Alvarez shallow at 30s. He's not going to bunt on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Swinging a broken bat ground ball to second, fielded by Albies, and he throws out Crow Armstrong to end the inning. 1, 2, 3. It's on to inning number 3. Braves 1, Cubs nothing on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home. Afternoons 2 to 6 on the score.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. This super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons. Only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. For over 60 years, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept Illinois and Wisconsin moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring Heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that Future You can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward Future You with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Top 3 at Wrigley Field. It's the Braves 1 and the Cubs nothing. 74 degrees and sunny. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Pat?
Jurickson Profar flied to left to begin the ball game. He starts the 3rd inning by taking a strike from Colin Ray. Now a swing and a miss at a good breaking ball. 0-2. We're going to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game during this inning. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. And the 0-2 is upstairs. I don't see a whole lot of empty seats anywhere. I see rooftoppers across Sheffield and Waveland Avenues. Here's the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Austin Jones, the third base umpire, made that call. And it was a good call. You could tell that the bat crossed the plate as Profar tried to check.
Yeah, Profar's shaking his head, and I understand it. As a hitter, you just do not think your barrel has gone that far until you get back to the dugout and you see, a replay, or you go back in the video room and you're like, wow, I didn't even think that was close to that, and you swung.
Matt Olson scored the game's only run back in the first inning as he singled to right and scored eventually on a 2-out base hit by Ozzie Albies. He takes inside for a ball, 1-1. I'll go ahead and get us started in the Benny's attendance game. How about 39,493? Here comes the 1-1 from Ray. Fisted foul back to the screen. What a beautiful sight this is from here, Ron. Lake Michigan, a deep, dark shade of blue, blue skies, green grass, green ivy, ballpark full of fans, pennant race going on. Really couldn't ask for a whole lot more.
No, you really can't. And I say in the first inning, the field is in incredible shape. For them having concerts here just a week ago, and now to look the way it does, pretty incredible.
2-2 to Olson, just outside.
I'll say 39,000 for the attendance today.
Flat?
Flat.
Boy, it's kind of a risky guess. And the 3-2. Swinging a foul back right down below us. Apparently a fan made a nice catch, judging by the roar of the crowd.
Yeah. First row.
Here is a chopper foul by Matt Olson.
I'm going to go 40,200.
Paul Zerang will make his guess, and then we'll be all set. The 3-2 pitch to Olson. And Olson checks his swing.
What do you got there, Ziggy?
The maestro has given me an index card. It's been a while since we had a chance to work with Ziggy, so it's fantastic to be with him again. And Paul Zerang going 39,922.
And again, Paul, I think I may have asked you, is Ziggy because of the Bob Marley? Ziggy, here's the 3-2 pitch on the way, fouled off to the left out of play. I think Bob had either a brother or a relative by the name of Ziggy, if I'm not mistaken.
His son, yeah.
Bob Marley.
Paulie's shaking his head no.
So that had nothing to do with it?
He's just been Ziggy since...
But you like Bob Marley's songs, I know that. Here's the pitch outside, and that's ball 4. Olson draws the walk. We are in the third inning with one away and a man at first. 1-0 Braves, and the batter is Ronald Acuna Jr.
I think Paulie toured with Ziggy Marley and was their sound guy. Explains a lot.
Acuna popped out his first time. Colin Ray fires fouled away. This is a milestone start for Colin Ray. His 100th major league start. He was 2-0 lifetime against Atlanta before this game today. Big right-hander comes back. Acuna swings and fouls it back.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Acuna's left knee, Ron, still heavily bandaged, you can tell. Big knee pad on his left knees. He's had some issues with the knees, surgeries. Here's a swing and a foul back. He's missed big chunks of time because of that troublesome knee. And his numbers reflect his absence. He's got 15 home runs and 31 driven in. And hitting .289. And he gets hit by the pitch.
Yes, fastball inside and gets him in the, I think, in the backside somewhere in that left leg they were just talking about.
Yeah.
It's just two-seam fastball runs in, hits him right in that left thigh, above the knee, right in the thigh. So it stings. It hurts a little bit, but definitely not trying to hit him.
Yeah, that was a direct hit, though.
Yeah, it was.
And those kind of go in and take a little bite before they bounce away. Drake Baldwin, the batter, 2 outs, 2 on. So a little bit of a wildness issue by Colin Ray. He walked a man and now hits a batter and has to face the cleanup batter, Drake Baldwin, who takes outside. Baldwin had a base on balls his first time. First meeting of the year between the two teams. Here comes the 1-0. That's going to be a strike. Day game today, but night games tomorrow and Wednesday, beginning at 6:40 Central Time. Get you some pitching matchups later on. The 1-1. Baldwin drives it foul off to the right and out of play. What's on your mind on 1 and 2, Ron?
Well, with the swing, that last swing of Baldwin covering that inside cutter, that pitch was not a strike inside, and he was right on it and hit it right on the barrel, but pulled it foul, as you said. To me, that means he's out front. I would go something slow away.
1-2 pitch, line toward right. It's going to be a base hit. Advancing to third and holding there is Olson as the throw comes in. Baldwin a sharp single. All of a sudden, the bases are now loaded with one away, and it brings up Ozzie Albies.
Well, they're trying to get this breaking ball to make it a backdoor hook, and it didn't work out that way, as it ends up down and in the strike zone instead of down and away. And Baldwin hit the mistake and hit a one-hop bullet right to Tucker and right.
Cubs are going to play the infield back. Bases full of Braves. Albies had an RBI single his first time. He swings away and fouls it away. So this is a big moment. This is a dangerous little hitter. He doesn't look like he would drive the ball a lot, Ron, but we've seen him hit some long home runs.
Yeah, he's got big-time pop in his bat. You know, he's not a big guy at all, but 5'7", 165.
But he generates a lot of bat speed. He gets fooled and swings and misses. A call eventually made by Austin Jones. What's on your mind on 0-2?
I would elevate another fastball, but I wouldn't throw a strike. He has 2 seasons in the big leagues of 30-plus home runs, 30 or more.
Swings and fouls it, and he also has missed big chunks of time with injuries.
So how about that? He's, what did I say, 5'7"?
165.
165. He's had 2 30 home run seasons and multiple 20-plus home run seasons.
Switch hitter batting left-handed. The 0-2. Ground ball to first. Fair. The throw comes home, and a good play. Very good play by Bush. Out at the plate is Olson. Bush had to scramble over the ball just fair behind the bag. Michael, kind of a scrambling stop, quickly got up and fired home. Very nice play to prevent a run from scoring.
Yeah, this is one of those plays where, you know, the infield is Bushy's playing back, but he gets this ball and he's like, I got to play at the plate. As sharply as this ball was hit, Olson does not run well, who is at third base, and Bushy just cuts the run down at the plate. So an excellent play by Michael.
Michael Harris hits a fly ball into right center. Playable. And it falls in between Tucker and Carl Armstrong. And 2 runs will score. And the Braves lead 3-0. It was playable, but when Tucker ran over, he must have thought that Carl Armstrong was calling for the ball too, because Tucker backed away and then at the last minute realized that Tucker was the only man who had a chance to make the play, and he couldn't make it. So a little lack of communication out in right center. The Braves get a 2-run single from Harris. They lead 3-0 and have men at first and third with 2 down.
Yeah, that's an unfortunate play. That ball could have been caught by probably either guy. And I just think, yeah, as you described it, it's just simply a lack of communication. Each guy thought the other guy was going to feel it, and it drops right between them.
Braves on top 3-0. Runners end up at first and third. Give Harris 2 runs batted in. Michael Harris the second. quietly has driven in 75 runs this year. And here is Nacho Alvarez Jr. Colin Ray throws to first, and they got him. Harris gets picked off as the inning comes to an end. I don't think the Braves are going to challenge that call, but the Braves get 2 gift runs. 2 runs on 2 hits. They leave 1. Middle of inning number 3. Atlanta 3, Cubs nothing. On The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago Cubs memories are made right here with Pat, Ron, and Zach on the Cubs Radio Network.
Enjoy comfort all year. Fireplace and Chimney Authority offers expert chimney cleanings, gas fireplace service, and even grill maintenance. Keep your home safe and ready for any season. Your trusted local experts are at fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com.
Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Mind the signs, avoid the fines. Can you respect the zone? Head to itsnotagameillinois.com to test your skills in our retro arcade game.
Bet365 is paying out before the final whistle.
Check out Bet365's unrivaled early payout offer. When you bet on a team to win and they take a 17-point lead, you get paid no matter the final score. Forget the final whistle and start counting that cash. Hold up. You get early payout on parlays, too.
Download the app and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T&Cs apply.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit IBJI.com for locations.
Dansby Swanson's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
Okay, Cubs are down by 3. A lot of baseball left. We're only in the 3rd inning. Let's see if the Cubs can take a little bite out of that deficit in this inning with Swanson, Shaw, and Bush due up. Spencer Strider delivers. Dansby will take high for ball 1. Swanson, a .249 season average, played for these Braves when they won the World Series a few years back. Here's the 1-0. Dansby will take ball 2, 2-0. Swanson made a dazzling play in Denver yesterday. And he hits a big chop to short, fielded by Allen. And Nick Allen throws to first in time. 1 away, 3rd inning, and it brings up Matt Shaw.
Oh, fastball 2-0. Good pitcher's pitch by Strider right in the outside corner. Dansby hooked it, but hit a little too hopper right at the shortstop, Allen.
Strider throwing strikes, has not walked a man. He has set down 5 in a row. And here's Matt Shaw taking outside. All 30 big league teams, I believe, are in action on this Labor Day. It's a big day in baseball. It's really the last national holiday during the regular season. It's one of those checkpoint days in a baseball season. And you always want to be in first or in a strong playoff position at this point. Ball 3, 3-0 to Shaw. He'll be taking one here. These two teams have been battling since 1876. Shaw takes the strike. That goes back to when the Braves were in Boston.
How about that?
That's right. The Boston Braves were a National League team for a long time. Then they moved to Milwaukee for the 1953 season. Here's the ball inside, and Shaw gets the walk. And then in the mid-'60s, they left Milwaukee and became the Atlanta Braves. But these two franchises, Cubs and Braves, ever since 1876, they've been playing games. Here's Michael Busch. Pitch on the way to Michael. Off speed in there for a strike.
Here's what the Cubs need: someone to crunch one and get them right back in this game. Cubs down 3-0. They're bottom of 3. Bushy with 26 home runs now on the year.
Shaw, the runner at first, being held by Olsen. So that opens up the right side of the diamond a bit for the left-handed batting Busch. Strider wears a bright red glove on his left hand as he fires. Here's a pitch, bounce foul.
Talking about Michael Busch, and I'm looking at his numbers. He's definitely got a chance for 30 home runs. And if he hits 30 bombs, he's at 76 RBIs now. You got to figure he's got a chance at 90 RBIs or better. And if you would have said 30 and 90 to start the season for Michael, I think everybody would have been a big thumbs up. He is having an outstanding year for the Cubs.
Here's the 0-2 check swing low and away. 30 and 90. I think most players would say, sign me up for as many years with those numbers as you possibly can.
And he's, between 260 and 270 all year long. So average is not down. It's good. Absolutely. And you said this last road trip. He could be the most consistent player on the Cubs all year.
Swinging a fly ball to left, caught by Fraley. And that's out number 2. Yeah, Busch is a very quiet man, very nice young man. But he's been as consistent, I would say, as any single guy on the entire team.
Yeah, and I would say that's both offense and defense.
Yeah.
I mean, he's done, great work defensively, made great strides, learning the position of first base. Really having a great year.
Here is Kyle Tucker. The runner goes. The pitch low. Throw to second base. The tag. The slide. Safe is the call. Shaw went in head first. Braves are pondering whether or not to challenge that call. I don't think they will. It's a stolen base for Shaw.
And once again, stolen bases. They're powered by Atturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Atturo.com.
Shaw with a head first slide. Beautiful slide to get in under the tag. Tucker would like to add to his 70th, like to add to his 70 RBIs right about now. The 0-1 to Tucker. Bouncing ball right side. Gloving it as Albies. Lob throw to first. In time ends the inning. Cubs don't score. It's on to inning number 4. Braves 3, Cubs nothing on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for great Cubs guests all season long on The Score, official radio home of the Cubs.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be. With high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and no bet fees. Other books may charge you just to get on the field. But with Circa Sports, you can swing away with every bet. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. From the first pitch to extra innings, Seaglass is your invitation to relax and recharge. As the official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs, Seaglass brings the refreshing flavors of California's Central Coast to wherever you are, whether it's in the stands or on the couch. So pour yourself a glass and slide into your coastal state of mind. Look for Seaglass in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Seaglass, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs. Is your business's pavement showing signs of wear and and tear? Patriot Pavement Maintenance specializes in simplifying pavement maintenance and construction for industrial, commercial, and educational clients throughout Illinois. Based in Wheeling with over 30 years of experience, they provide asphalt paving, seal coating, concrete repair, and non-toxic solutions to protect and enhance your surfaces. Call 847-813-9034 or visit patriotpavement.net for a proposal. Patriot Pavement Maintenance. Pavement maintenance and construction made simple. patriotpavement.net.
You deserve a car that thrills you. And Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and nissanusa.com today.
It's time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Bunch of finals on the board. The Nationals, a 2-0 winner over the Marlins.
Nacho Alvarez Jr. leads it off, Zach, and takes a strike.
Andrew Alvarez with 5 scoreless innings for Washington in his debut as he picks up his first big league win.
The pitch to Nacho is outside of check swing.
Juan Soto with his first grand slam as a Met as the Mets beat the Tigers 10-8 in Detroit. The Reds a 5-4 winner over the Blue Jays. Noelvi Marte a walk-off 2-run single.
Low and outside, Zach.
Red Sox beat the Guardians 6-4 at Fenway. Trevor Story hit a solo home run, his 23rd. White Sox beat the Twins 6-5. Colson Montgomery went deep again. He now has 16 home runs this season.
Rays pitch swung on and missed, 2-2.
Top of the 9th inning in Houston. The Astros leading the Angels 8-3. Final just in from St. Louis. The A's crushed the Cardinals 11-3. J.J. Bleday hit a 2-run home run, his 11th. After 3, Giants on top of the Rockies 3-0.
And the 2-2. Bounce toward the middle. Going to be a tough play. That's a base hit. Up the middle for Nacho.
They are in the bottom of the 3rd inning in Milwaukee, Pat. The Brewers already have a 4-0 lead over the Phillies. Bryce Terang, a leadoff home run for the Brewers, his 17th of the year.
Zach, thank you for the updates. Nacho Alvarez Jr. with a leadoff single here in the 4th inning. And the batter is Jake Fraley. And the first pitch outside. Every time Nacho bats, we get a little hungry in our booth. We're going to have to pause 10 seconds for station ID as a result. Here comes the 1-0. Bouncing ball right side past the diving Bush. Fielded by Horner. Go to second in time. Very nice play by Nico and Dansby Swanson covering the bag. It's a very difficult 4-6 fielder's choice as Nacho is retired. 10 for ID. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network. WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Ron would chime in, but he's out searching for some nachos, I believe, as Nick Allen will take inside for a ball. It's 1-0. I'm just curious now.
Okay.
Is that really his first name or is that a nickname?
It's a nickname. His given name is Ignacio. Ignacio Alvarez Jr.
There's a swing and a foul off to the right.
Ignacio. And
so
obviously that was
on the scoreboard Nacho.
But he goes by Nacho Alvarez Jr.
Very cool. I go by Coom Dog because that's what people call me, but I wouldn't put that on the scoreboard.
Here's the 1-1 swing and a foul back.
You know, I wouldn't say Pet Hughes on the scoreboard. You know, I
1-2 on Nick Allen. We're in the 4th inning. It's been all Atlanta so far, out hitting the Cubs 5-1, leading 3-0. And the pitch to Nick Allen. It's on the way. Swung on and missed. Strikeout for Colin Ray, one of the best breaking balls he has snapped off. That's his 3rd strikeout of the afternoon. And it brings up Jurickson Profar.
Yeah, great slider outside corner. And I agree with you. That's this pitch, perfect location, up and away.
Walks to Cubs batters, by the way, brought to you by It's Not a Game, Illinois.com. Remember, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. Here's a foul off the bat of Jurickson Profar. And strikeouts by Cubs pitchers, brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
And just to follow up, Nacho is traditionally an affectionate shorthand for Ignacio, kind of like Eddie for Edward.
Okay.
I like that explanation, Zach, and I like your example also.
Ignacio,
so it's nice to have a little frame of reference
and
there.
Nacho is the short for it.
Correct. Yeah. So I'm guessing his dad is Nacho Sr.
No, he goes by Pepino. Here's a swinging a fly ball to left. Going back is Happ near the track, makes the catch. And that will end the inning. No runs, no hits, a man left. Middle of inning number 4. Braves 3, Cubs nothing on the score. And the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Nico Horner. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle, or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 9/2/25.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com and go Cubs go!
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
League leaders are sponsored by American Sail. Bring the fun home. Aaron Judge leads the majors in batting average. He's hitting .324. Cal Raleigh remains the home run leader with 50. Kyle Schwarber, 119 RBIs to lead the big leagues. Pat?
All right, Zach, it's time for the Cubs to bat. Let's see if they can rally. So far, they've done nothing against Spencer Strider. Suzuki did have a single to left in the first inning. That's the Cubs' only hit. Strider walked a man in the third, but that did not result in any runs.
Seiya hitting right now. He's a designated hitter for the Cubs, and that's sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later, skip the rush.
I like the way you lowered your voice there for the end of that commercial. Added some drama.
I was kind of running out of breath. That's why.
The 1-1. Fly ball to right. Acuna looking up, blocking out the sun with his bare hand, makes the catch. And that's out number 1. The Cubs have not had a leadoff batter reach in any of the 4 innings. And the batter is Ian Happ. And Ron, this late afternoon start reminds me that right in the middle of the game, you're going to have that shadow issue. The shadow issue where the plate, the umpire, and the catcher will all be in the shade, and the mound will be in bright sunshine. As Ian Happ takes a strike, and I know going back to when I worked with Ron Santo for many, many years, and you say that creates issues when the pitcher is in the sun, you're in the shade. As the pitch comes in, he said you can literally lose the ball for a split second when it goes from sunlight to shadow.
Yeah, there's no doubt it's difficult. It's very difficult. And for me, it was more I lost the spin of the ball. right? So at times it would be very difficult to pick up the slider as the ball was coming in.
Happ takes down low, 1-2 on Ian.
I'm guessing we got about a good 15 minutes before it really becomes an issue, maybe 20, and then you're going to see then it's going to be a problem. Fourth inning sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC, EHL lender.
Happ takes a little bit high, didn't miss by much. Happ grounded out his first time. This big crowd ready to make some noise. And the 2-2 from Spencer Strider. Drilled in the air, deep right field. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Ian Happ. Cubs are on the board. Number 19 for Ian. A line drive just to the right of the 368 sign. And now it's a 3-1 ball game.
Now Ian gets a little breaking ball, and this is right in the middle of the plate and down, and he hammers this ball. This is a bullet. Wind not going to affect this one. This is just a rocket right into the bleachers about, 10 rows up.
Sometimes, Ron, a home run will loosen up the other hitters in the lineup. Did you find that to be the case?
Without question. It's almost like you break the ice in the dugout, and now everything loosens up, and now you go ahead and get the offense rolling.
Plus, it would seem to obviously take a little bit of the wind out of the sails of the guy on the mound.
Absolutely.
Horner flied to deep right his first time. The 1-0 to Nico is taken for ball 2.
And take Cubs baseball with you wherever you may go in the Chicagoland area. The Odyssey and iHeart apps. Download the apps and search 670 The Score.
Another hefty home run. Horner fouls it away. Hefty, incidentally, is the official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, strength that's anything but ordinary. 393-foot home run for Ian Happ, his 64th run batted in. Inside to Horner, Nico would gladly take a walk here. 3-1. At home run also, you can tell just a little more buzz in the stands.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now Nico will take a strike, 3-2. It's all right, he's making him work. Horner with the best average of any man in the lineup, 289. Now the payoff pitch. Ground ball, first base hit down the right field line. It's going to bounce off the sidewall. Nico's going to have a double, and he claps his hands as he reaches second base. Now the crowd's going to become a factor. Horner a double, a ground ball. Olsen, for whatever reason, playing way off the line. Didn't even have a chance to dive for that ball, and it was not a bullet. It was a bouncing ball, Ron.
Yeah, but it's just inside the bag. Olsen, as you said, if you look at, that's where most first basemen with right-handed hitters play. You really try to cut that hole, because in today's game now, the second baseman with the right-handed hitter is playing almost straight up the middle. Yeah, Nico beats that shift and shoots one right down that first base line.
Carson Kelly takes a ball. So back-to-back extra base hits against Strider. Happ a home run, and now Nico a double. And I know you always advocate using the entire field. I think Nico might do that about as well as anybody on the team.
Yeah, I would agree. And his average shows it. Hitting, always between 280 and 289 and 300 all year long.
Here's a breaking ball in the dirt. A great stop by the catcher, Baldwin. He blocked it and kept the ball in front of him. That was not an easy play for the catcher to make. Kelly would like to add to his 43 run batted in total right about now. Cubs trail 3-1 on this Labor Day. Fourth inning, one down. A run in the bank. And Kelly takes outside. And it's 3-0. And Strider, ever since the home run by Happ, just not quite as sharp.
See if Kelly on 3-0 takes a hack at this 3-0 pitch.
Horner dancing off second, and the throw to second, and he's safe. And Albee says, let's challenge that call. Nico wandering way off the bag. He was at one point about 30 feet away from the bag at second. And they're going to challenge this call from the Atlanta dugout. Very close play. Safe the call on the field. It will be reviewed, and we'll have a result here momentarily. I was a little surprised to see Nico that far off the bag with the pitcher in the stretch position.
Yeah,
Ron.
I would agree. I think Nico just felt like Strider quit paying attention to him. And the question is, does Nico's hand get to the bag or does it hit the knee of Albee's? That's the big question. We're getting another look from center field. The tag it's very close play.
Brian Snitker, Illinois native, the manager for the Braves.
Nico, the first tag on Nico was on his helmet, right by the bill of his helmet.
They are watching it in New York over and over, frontwards and backwards from various camera angles. What are you seeing, Ron?
I think it's really close. I have not seen a definitive camera angle that really tells me one way or the other. You just don't see his hand on the bag because of the knee blocking or the shadow to where you can absolutely tell one way or the other. I think they're going to have to stick with the call on the field. That's my take because they're not quite sure if you can overlook it.
Just a reminder, the wording, I believe, is in order for a call to be overturned, there has to be clear and convincing evidence to the contrary of the original call. And I haven't seen that yet myself. Nothing clear that would indicate it should be overturned. But we'll see. It's a long deliberation.
After review, the call on the field is overturned. Here's out.
The call is overturned. Nico is out at second base, and he will have to walk off the field. So Horner gets picked off second. 1-6 on the scoring. And now there are 2 down, and Carson Kelly still up there with a count of 3-0. The reason I'm puzzled about Nico being that far off, it was a 3-0 count.
Yeah, I agree.
Are you going to be running on the 3-0 count?
Well, I think he just felt like Strider had quit looking at him. Probably the last couple pitches, and Nico thought he was just going to be able to walk into third base because he was way off the bag at second.
2 down in the inning. Kelly with a count of 3-1. That shadow line now is right at home plate. So the umpire and the catcher are in the shade. Home plate itself is in the shade.
And with that manager challenge, they're taking a second look. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get your Northwestern medicine.
And Kelly looking out at Strider. Braves lead 3-1, 4th inning the pitch. Low and outside, he walked in. With 2 outs, the inning will continue for Pete Armstrong. And here's where the Cubs could really use some kind of an extra base hit. There are all kinds of spurts of momentum, both for you and against you in a baseball game. When Nico got picked off, that was a reversal of momentum. Now the walk has given the Cubs a little momentum edge. And Crow Armstrong hits a fly ball to left. Shallow and playable for Fraley, the left-handed left fielder, makes the catch to end the inning. Cubs get a run on the home run by Happ and leave 1. It's on to the 5th inning. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment. The score, Braves 3, Cubs 1. This is the score and the Southwestern Airlines Cubs radio network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Kyle Tucker. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
What defines tough? It's facing the unthinkable, standing tall,
It's teamwork, resilience, precision, and compassion. At Loyola Medicine, we treat the most complex cases with unshakable resolve and unmatched expertise. We don't just care, we fight, we heal. At Loyola Medicine, tough is what we do and who we are. Visit loyolamedicine.org/tough.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're on a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
Okay, guy who landed a career, built a family, and tackled other big goals, but then realized at some point you stopped having guy friends? You're not the only one. And now 2 organizations in Chicago are teaming up to help. AARP Chicago and Men Living have created a virtual series that invites men 50 and older to meet and create friendships. It's free, virtual, and designed to make it easier for men to connect. It's from 2 to 3 p.m. on September 3rd, 10th, and 24th. For more information and to register, visit aarp.org/il.
Save 20% on Benjamin Moore Regal Select Interior Paint from August 27th through September 8th. Visit your locally owned Benjamin Moore store. Terms and conditions apply.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman with you. Top of the 5th here at Wrigley Field. It's the Braves 3 and the Cubs 1. The opener of a 3-game set. Cubs have a new man on the mound. Left-hander Taylor Rogers takes over for Colin Ray. And his first pitch to Matt Olson is a slider that spins into the zone for a strike. Count 0-1. Ray worked the first 4 innings, giving up 3 runs on 5 hits. As Rogers deals, Olson swings and pops it foul out of play. Second deck off to the left, count 0-2. Ray threw 73 pitches. He also walked 3 batters, struck out 3. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Rogers delivers, called strike 3. Fastball right at the top of the zone on the outer half. Olson's retired, 1 away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Now, good start to the 5th for Rogers. He hits the top of the zone with a little two-seam fastball. Starts out away and comes back, but right at the top of the zone.
Here's Ronald Acuna Jr., right-handed batter. The lefty Rogers delivers, and here's a high fly ball hit to deep right. Tucker going back at the track near the wall, leaps and makes a backhanded catch right in front of the garage door for out number 2.
Not an easy play because Tuck is looking back into the sun. So he's going back and he's drifting, and what you're trying to do is keep your eye on the ball because of the sun, knowing that you're getting close to the ivy. He takes a quick peek back at the wall and then picks the ball back up, leaps and catches this ball. This ball's going to hit probably a third of the way up the ivy if he doesn't make this catch.
Drake Baldwin bounces one up the third base line and into left for a base hit. The Cubs were shifting with their infield alignment. Baldwin, a left-handed batter, and he just poked it the other way past Shaw for a base hit. Comes with 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Baldwin's second hit of the ball game. Atlanta up 3-1. Baldwin's got to be the front runner for Rookie of the Year in the National League, the way he's been swinging the stick. So here's Ozzie Albies. Switch hitter batting for the right side now against the lefty Rogers. The pitch. He pops it up, foul out of play over our heads. 0-1. Baldwin came into play today, hitting at .280 with 15 home runs and 62 RBIs. He's at first with 2 down. Braves up 3-1. Rogers delivers. And Albies looks at a slider for a strike right along the outside edge near the top of the zone. 0-2.
Good little backdoor hook by Rogers as that pitch starts out in the left-handed batter's box. Hit the outside corner.
Rogers looks at first and deals. Albies hits a high fly ball down the left field line, half giving chase. He's near the sidewall, but this one's in the stands. Foul ball. 0-2. Man, it's got to be frustrating if you're a right-handed batter and that backdoor hook clips the outside portion of the plate.
you just give up on the pitch early because it starts out so far off the plate away with a guy like Rogers on the mound. And then you just keep tracking it. Next thing you know, you're looking at it in the catcher's glove, and it's on the plate.
Rogers misses with a slider off the outside, 1-2. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. 2 away, top 5. Braves 3, Cubs 1, man at first. Here's the 1-2. Albies lines one for a base hit down the left field line, fielded by Hack with the backhand in the corner. His throw to the infield is cut off by Swanson. Give Albies a double, stopping at third base, Baldwin.
We were talking about Albies in his last at-bat and the power numbers that he has generated through the years for a guy 5'7", about 170 pounds. He smokes this ball down the left field line. Ian does a good job not letting this ball get down into the corner. If it was a different runner than the catcher Baldwin, Atlanta may have taken a shot at sending him 2 outs, but Ian does a very good job getting that ball off.
Michael Harris, the second, looks at a breaking ball for a strike right along the outside edge. 0-1. It's a lefty-lefty matchup, whom the Braves are threatening here with minutes second and third, 2 away in the 5th. The pitch. Breaking ball foul back off the screen, 0-2. Braves have a 3-1 lead. The last time Harris was up in the 3rd, he hit a fly ball that appeared to be catchable in medium right center field. But there was a miscommunication between Kyle Tucker and Pete Crow Armstrong. The ball dropped, 2 runs scored. Pitch is fouled back. That one took a bite out of the catcher, Kelly. I think it hit him in the mask. 0-2. Kelly's okay. We're ready for the resumption of play. Men at second and third, 2 down. Rogers trying to get out of the jam. He kicks and delivers. Harris swings, and it's a high fly ball deep right. Tucker looks up, and this one bangs off the ivy. 2-run score. Harris on his way to second base. He stops there. 2-run double for Michael Harris II. And the Braves increase the lead, now up 5-1 over the Cubs here in the 5th.
Now this pitch hit well, and Tuck does the right thing. He kind of lays back from this ball off the ivy and plays it off the ivy. No chance of catching it as it hits in the deep part of the well in right field. And the second 2-run double of the day for Michael Harris.
So 5-1 Atlanta. Harris at second, 2 away here in the top of the 5th. Nacho Alvarez Jr. swings, lines one down the right field line. Tucker giving chase. This one drops fair and one hops the wall. Harris scores. Alvarez cruises into second base with an RBI double. It's now 6-1 Braves.
Well, a single, all with 2 outs. A strikeout, a fly ball to right, and a single in 3 straight doubles here in this 5th inning. And Atlanta doing a little damage here in this 5th.
Cubs pitching coach Tommy Hotovy heads out to the mound to have a conversation with Rogers. Catcher Carson Kelly joins in. This is the opener of a 3-game set. Braves have scored 3 times here in this 5th inning. They're up 6-1. Now the batter, Jake Fraley, a left-handed hitter against the lefty Rogers, with Alvarez at second base. He's got 2 hits today, Alvarez does. A single, now an RBI double.
Well, we talked about this in your pregame show, and Pat and I right at the beginning of the broadcast, that this Atlanta team now is almost fully healthy. So, they're a playoff team. When they were healthy, they're perennial and a very good offense, and now they're getting healthy. I know the record is not what you expect from an Atlanta team. Now, it might be a little too late for them to make the playoffs, but they can sure do some damage against you right now.
Jake Fraley, the former Red, looks at a couple of balls low from Taylor Rogers. Man at second, 2 down. Now the 2-0. Fraley takes a strike right along the outside edge. Slow-moving breaking ball from Rogers. 2-1. Yeah, there's a lot of firepower in that Atlanta lineup when healthy. There's activity in the Cubs pen as Rogers delivers off the outside with a slider. 3-1. One of the new Cubs, Aaron Savali, a right-hander. He was claimed off of waivers from the White Sox. He's warming up in the pen. Here comes the 3-1 by Rogers. That's a called strike. Bottom of the zone, right along the outside edge. Fastball, 3-2. Savali with his third team this year. Started with Milwaukee. Had a brief stop with the White Sox. Now here with the Cubs. Here comes the payoff pitch. Rogers to Fraley. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Got him with a slow-moving breaking ball. But the damage done. 3 more runs for the Braves here in the top of the 5th. 6-1 Atlanta. Middle 5 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the score.
Change is always happening. It's part of life. And when it comes to music, change is all around us. Songs are rewritten. Classics are remixed. Bands and artists come and go. Even our taste in music changes. Here at Xfinity, we know there's still good in keeping some things the same. That's why we want to do our part with a 5-year price guarantee on our internet. It means no matter what changes, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Surprised? Life is full of them. One internet price, 5 years, guaranteed. Learn more at xfinity.com/deals. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yingling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yingling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yingling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
The village of New Lenox is at the crossroads of opportunity. Come see everything that New Lenox has to offer. Go to newlenox.net today and start the adventure. New Lenox, it's extraordinary.
On Saturday, September 13th, the Cubs take on the Rays at 1:20 p.m. Up to the first 10,000 early arriving fans will receive a Seiya Suzuki bobblehead presented by Inaba Churu. Be here for it. Visit Cubs.com/tickets. Dansby Swanson digs in, and he swings and misses at a 95-mile-per-hour fastball right down the middle from Spencer Strider. Opener of the 3-game set. Braves have a 6-1 lead here in the last of the 5th. Swanson grounded out to short his first time up. Strider deals. That's high. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strider faces home plate, works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Now whirls and deals. Swanson swings and misses at a curve. 1-2.
Strider's used his curveball some today. He doesn't use it often, but he does have a good one. It's just, to me, there are times where he has trouble with the command of it. But it is a good pitch. But he's basically, for the most part, fastball slider most of the time.
Righty-righty matchup. Here's the 1-2. That's low and outside. He missed with a slider. So what are you looking at if you're the hitter? What kind of pitch are you trying to guess you're going to get?
Well, there are times you can guess, and there are times you just flat out don't. I would really pay attention to a guy like this of what he is throwing in certain counts, what he's throwing to what hitter, righty, lefty, and paying close attention. And, if a guy's basically a 2-pitch pitcher, maybe till he gets to 2 strikes, now you can zone in on what you want to hit. You want to look fastball in?
The payoff pitch is low as Strider missed with a fastball. It's ball 4. And Swanson leads off the fifth with a walk.
You're probably more looking fastball away than you are in. Strider, the one thing I've noticed in this ball game, he may miss, but he doesn't miss inner half. He misses in the middle of the plate. He's trying to go away, and the miss is back to the middle. So if you're looking away and you get one in the middle, that's the one you can really tee off on.
Matt Shaw at the plate. Swanson at first. Here's the pitch. Way outside. Fastball. 1-0 the count on Shaw, who drew a walk in the third.
Cubs are down 6-1, so the stolen base might be out of play, but Strider very slow to the plate, so you can run on him, and the Cubs have.
A long set by Strider. And the pitch. Outside. 2-0, another fastball.
Back-to-back fastballs, and where were they? Both away.
Yeah. Olsen, the first baseman, holding on Swanson. Albies up the middle, just to the right of second. So a big hole on the right side of the infield for Shaw. The 2-0. It's a fastball called a strike. It appeared to be below the zone, but...
Yeah, this pitch is right down the middle, but bottom of the zone, and I think you're right, Z. I think that pitch might have been just down.
Now the 2-1. Chop foul off to the left. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to count on Shaw. Walks of Cubs batters, sponsored by It's Not a Game, Illinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. 6-1 Braves. No one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Game 1 of a 3-game set. Swanson extends his lead off the first base bag. Shaw waits for the 2-2. Here it comes. Pop foul out of play off to the left. We'll do it again. That was a rare curveball that we've seen today from Strider.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see how many he throws in today's game. I've got him for about 4 or 5 so far out of his 73 pitches.
And the 2-2. Strider misses up high with a slider. It's a full count. And sometimes you just throw that curveball to get the hitter thinking of that extra pitch, right?
You can. He doesn't throw it enough to where it really becomes, something that's going to stay in the back of your mind. But that's also why it can be effective with 2 strikes. If you make a good pitch with it, the hitter's just not looking for it, and you haven't really seen it all day.
Throw to first. Swanson dives back in safely. 3-2 the count. No one out. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning, Shaw waits. A long set by Strider. The payoff pitch is popped foul out of play just over our heads. It hit the roof. Birds went flying. So now I know where they hide out.
Yeah, I thought we had a chance at one there. We had one just hit to our left in Colorado yesterday.
Yeah.
That one was coming in hot, but we were going to make a play on it. And that one went right over our head.
And didn't have that kind of speed. The one yesterday.
That one was sizzling yesterday. That one was hot.
I dove for cover. I'm not going to lie. All right, so 3-2 the count with Swanson at first. Shaw waits. Strider kicks and fires. Line drive down the left field line. This will drop in and roll all the way to the wall. Swanson being waved around third. He's coming home. The throw is cut off. RBI double. Matt Shaw. It's 6-2 here in the fifth.
Very nice at bat for Matty. Cubs need some good quality ABs to get back in this game. And Shaw hooks this ball. This is just a little slider. Really doesn't do anything. Just kind of spins going in there. And he hammers a one-hopper off the ivy. And I think that'll be, well, maybe not. That might not be the manager. That's the pitching coach. So Strider will stay in the game. But a very nice at bat for Shaw. Get Cubs their second run.
RBIs by Cubs batters are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. You know that pitching coach. Very recognizable.
Sir, yeah.
Rick Kranitz.
My old coach here in Chicago. And he was the bullpen coach here in 2001 when I played for the Cubs. Great guy, great pitching coach. He's been around a long time in this game and doing a phenomenal job. That's why you stick around that long in this league.
Still no one out here in the bottom of the fifth. 6-2 game. Braves on top. Cubs have Matt Shaw at second, and now Michael Busch digs in. The pitch, a one-hopper fielded with the backhand behind first by Olsen. He jogs to the bag. Busch is retired, one away, advancing to third on the play. Shaw.
Well, that's where the Cubs needed that ball to go down into the corner. Busch, he scalds this pitch, but on one hop, and Olsen, who does a very good job at first base, makes a nice pickup and gets the easy out.
Now that was a smash, 107 miles per hour off the bat of Shaw. One down, Shaw at third, 6-2 Braves. Kyle Tucker at the plate. Strider delivers, and Tucker looks at a strike, a slow-moving breaking ball that nipped the outside edge at the bottom of the zone. 0-1. Tucker's 0 for 2 today, but entered play hitting better than 400 over his last 8 games. And the 0-1. Outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Tucker appeared to get back on track on the just completed 9-game road trip. Strider works his motion, the 1-1. Tucker hits a sky-high pop fly, shallow center. Harris coming in. He makes the catch. Shaw bluffs a tag. The throw comes home. It's now loose behind the plate, but Strider was backing up the catcher Baldwin, so Shaw stays at third, 2 away.
Now Tuck trying to get him in. This pitch is right down the middle, but he skies it to center, but not very deep, and Harris coming way in. I'm surprised he threw the ball all the way to the plate. There was no chance anybody was going to try to score.
So here comes Seiya Suzuki. He's 1 for 2 today. 6-2 Braves with 2 down here to the last of the 5th. Shaw at third. Suzuki, a powerful right-handed batter against the right-hander Strider. The pitch is taken for a strike. Slider that spins right into the middle of the zone. 0-1.
Suzuki needs to catch one of these sliders like the last one and hit one in the seats and get the Cubs right back into this game and get the crowd right back into this game. Seiya with 27 bombs on the year.
And the 0-1. Suzuki fouls it back. That was a fastball, belt high, right down the middle. 0-2.
See, that's Strider's miss. That's that fastball. He's trying to go away with it, and it leaks back to the middle of the plate. And that one was center cut.
We had a conversation before the game, and one of the big keys to today's game, hitting one of Strider's sliders out of the yard, like you mentioned. Let's see if Seiya can do it. Here comes the 0-2. That's outside. Missed with a fastball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A reminder that all opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. Shaw at third, 2 down, 1-2 the count. The pitch. Misses low.
Good take by Seiya. That's a slider in good location for the pitcher. Down and away. Missed the zone down, but a very good take.
So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wind blowing in at the moment with Seiya at the plate. Here comes the pitch. Just off the outside, top of the zone. Fastball from Strider. So Seiya has now worked a full count after starting 0-2.
Here's where, if you're the hitter, I hope Strider throws him a strike.
Crowd making noise. The payoff pitch. Seiya, it's a high fly ball. Deep center field. Harris going back at the track. The wind knocks it down. And Harris makes the catch just to the right of the 400-foot marker in center field. Allowed out number 3. Shaw stranded at third, but the Cubs add another run. It's 6-2 Braves after 5 on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Toyota's national sales event is on. Visit your local Toyota dealer and discover which Toyota is right for you. Hurry in now before it all ends. Toyota, let's go places.
One of the newest members of the Cubs, Aaron Savali, pitched for the White Sox earlier this year. He is on the mound now to start inning number 6. Braves 6, Cubs 2. Nick Allen bounces one toward the middle. Going to be a tough play for Nico. Gloves it. Off balance throw to get him. Good play by the second baseman. He and Swanson both converging on that ball in back of second. They communicated verbally. And it was Horner who made a good play. One down.
Yeah, you talk about being able to cover the middle of the diamond in the infield. Those two guys are about as good as it gets in the league.
Six runs on 9 hits for Atlanta. 2 runs on 4 hits for the Cubs. Jurickson Profar will take a strike. Profar today twice has flied to left and struck out. He takes inside and almost hit him. He dropped the bat to avoid being hit. He had to move away and lift the hands. He just dropped the bat.
That one went right underneath the arms. And sometimes as a hitter, you know the ball's going to hit you. And when it misses you, you're like, did it go right through me? How did it miss me? You just don't know.
Profar takes down low, 2-1. And the right-hander comes back. Fastball misses inside, 3-1.
And let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation light beer. Cubs need to put a few balls in flight here to get back in this game.
Is a drive foul off to the left, out of play. Ian Happ has homered. That's the game's only home run.
Last inning, I thought the ball say a hit was going out of the yard. It was.
I thought it was
straightaway center field, right in front of the 400-foot marker. It was caught.
Profar takes strike 3 called. He's out number 2. 6th inning, Braves on top 6-2. Philadelphia coming back up in Milwaukee. The Brewers still lead, but now it's a 5-3 ball game in the 5th inning with the Brewers batting in the bottom half. Matt Olson, left-handed batter. 1 for 2 of the walk. He has scored a couple, and he takes a strike. Savali coming back 0-1. Breaking ball is in there for a strike. This date in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Now is the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. The windup and the 0-2 from Savali. Olsen takes high.
I would bet there have been some big things happen on Labor Day.
Absolutely, there have been. We'll get to some of those. Probably wait till the bottom of the inning. Here comes the 1-2 pitch on the way to Olsen. Swing and a miss, strike three. The Cubs debut for Aaron Savali is very favorable, working a 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the sixth inning. Braves 6, Cubs 2 on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk, Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the score.
It's time for the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
The what now?
The Nissan End of Summer Sales Event.
End of summer?
Yes, Nissan End of Summer.
But I have so many more hot dogs to grill. It was just starting to get good.
Sales Event. Here to help you keep your summer in gear.
That sounds interesting.
Test drive the best-selling Nissan Rogue with more standard power.
Cool.
The rugged Nissan Frontier with a standard V6.
Nice.
Or the adventure-ready Nissan Pathfinder or Nissan Murano.
I better hurry in.
To the Nissan End of Summer Sales Event and see why J.D. Power ranks Nissan number 1 in new vehicle quality among mainstream brands.
Number 1?
Yes, number 1. Get 0% APR for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. For J.D. Power 2025 US IQS award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Awards based on 2025 model year for well-qualified buyers. Available from new dealer stock. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand finance. Actual down payment may vary, subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 9/2/25.
Hi, I'm Dave Musial, owner of Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric. And this is our biggest sale ever. Buy a new air conditioner or furnace and get 72 months interest-free financing and up to a $4,000 system rebate. Plus, Four Seasons guarantees to beat any competitor's price by up to $1,000, guaranteed. Call today for your free in-home estimate and same-day installation.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty, hefty, hefty. Ian Happ is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Been waiting to say this for a while. Pat, you're live.
Ian Happ will try to liven up this bottom of the sixth inning as he takes inside. Brave starter Spencer Strider still in the game. Nearing the end of his day. Here's a drive into shallow right center field. That's going to be a base hit. Soft single for Ian Happ, his second hit of the day. And let's see if that sparks a rally. Cubs trail by 4. Nico Horner coming up. Taking a look just at a couple of notes here in baseball history. The history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. Conference on the mound. We'll get to the history momentarily. Brian Snitker is going to make a pitching change as the starter Strider strides to the first base dugout. 6-2 Atlanta. Pitching changes by the opposition. Those are always sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. We'll be back in a minute. Braves 6, Cubs 2. We're in the sixth inning. On the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk, middays 10 to 2 with Rahimi and Harris on the score, the official radio home of the Cubs.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Time to take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Nationals knock off the Marlins 2-0. Andrew Alvarez wins his debut, 5 scoreless innings. The Mets outslug the Tigers 10-8. Juan Soto with a grand slam. Reds beat the Blue Jays 5-4. Noelvi Marte, a walk-off 2-run single. Red Sox beat the Guardians 6-4. The Astros an 8-3 winner over the Angels. Pat?
Hunter Stratton is the new Braves pitcher, big right-hander. Cubs trail 6-2, bottom of the 6th inning. Nico Horner batting, taking a strike. All of the home plate area and the third base line and the left field line are in the shade. The rest of the field in bright sunshine. Center and right in lots of sunshine. A fly ball to right might be hard to see right about now.
I would think that lower line drive fly ball would be difficult in right field.
Horner 1 for 2 with a double. Pitch to Nico, swinging a foul back. We used to play a lot of Saturday afternoon games and even Friday afternoon games that would start at 2:20. So many times late in the day, Ron, you'd have this issue where you had part of the field in the sun, part in the shade, and it created some very unusual plays. Nico checks and takes down low. I've seen probably a dozen fly balls or more lost in the sun late in the afternoon games.
Absolutely. That ball that, as the sun starts setting in here, and you get that low line drive, so not only do you got to deal with the lights, but then the sun, sometimes there's just nowhere you can go to get the ball out of the sun.
There's a pop-up foul over near the dugout, and this ball is out of play. Olsen went over, tried to reach into the dugout. That ball landed in the dugout, and then it bounced into his glove, and he tried to hold it up and fool the umpires.
See, when you're a first baseman, you know the umpires. Maybe he knows that, and I don't know.
I think one of his teammates just went over and kind of secretly stuck a ball in his glove, and he held up the glove.
Fans are booing him. I thought it was kind of funny, actually.
Nico waiting for the 1-2. Hits another pop-up foul over near the stands, and this one is going to be not playable. Olsen never saw that ball.
No, he didn't see it, and that goes right back to the sun and the lights back here. He never saw that ball. It landed on the side wall in play right over the Atlanta on deck circle. And Olsen I don't think he had much of a chance to catch this ball anyway, but he did not see it at all.
We're going to see some unusual plays before this game is over. Cubs trail by 4. We're in the 6th inning. There's still time. Nico takes low and away 2-2. Well, in this date in 1931, the legendary Lou Gehrig, you talk about a hot hitter, hit his 3rd grand slam in a 4-game period as he homered in 6 straight. That was 1931. Here's the 2-2. Swinging a foul back.
That's a good week for the old RBI totals, isn't it?
Absolutely. San Francisco Giants signed left-hander Masanori Murakami. He became the first Japanese-born player in Major League history. I remember Masanori Murakami, southpaw from the land of the rising sun. Now the 2-2. Horner takes outside, 3-2.
Now let's see if Nico can do a little damage here. This would be great. Ian at first base. Cubs need something good to happen here to get them back in the ballgame.
The stretch and the 3-2, and Nico spanks it foul off to the right. Stratton, a right-hander, making his 9th appearance of the year. Now, he has struggled. 6.35 ERA. A lot of the Brave pitchers with high earned run averages. And now the 3-2. Horner hits a roller to third. Led by Alvarez. They go to second for one, and they'll never double up Horner. But they do get the lead runner on the 5-4 fielder's choice. And that's the first out in the inning, and Kelly, the batter.
Yeah, looked like a little breaking ball on 3-2, and Nico just rolls over this one and just rolls it down to third. Alvarez just gets the lead runner. Yeah, no chance of doubling up Nico.
Get your station ID break here in a minute. Carson Kelly is 0 for 1 with a walk. 10 for ID right here. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago's teams on the Spiegel and Home Show afternoons, 2 to 6 on The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Fastball inside to Kelly with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer. Pat Hughes at Wrigley. Zach Zaidman working alongside. Paul Zarang, our engineer at the controls. Cubs trail 6-2. And Kelly takes outside 2-0. 1966, one more note in baseball history. Cardinal catcher Tim McCarver hit his 13th and final triple of the season. A catcher with his 13th triple. He became the first catcher to lead a league in triples. Fastball strike 2-1 on Carson Kelly. It's kind of hard to believe, isn't it?
It really is, yeah.
Imagine that, Ron.
This goes to show you how good an athlete Tim McCarver was.
And speed.
Yeah, right.
And athletic ability, you bet. Here's the 2-1. That's going to be a strike.
And you and I were talking about him on that road trip, and just how nice a guy. I'm such a big fan of Tim. He was so nice to me as a player. And then when I first got into broadcasting, I was doing some games, some pre and post game shows here in Chicago when I first started, and he was at the ballpark. He couldn't have been nicer. Just a great, great human being, and what a great baseball guy. He was some kind of nice guy.
Now the 2-2 to Carson, fouled away. In fact, after you and I started doing games, he made a point of talking to me about how much he enjoyed the broadcast with you and me, and he didn't have to do that.
Right.
He went out of his way to be kind.
Yeah, Timmy was one of the best. He really was, and what a broadcaster, right? I mean, he did a little bit of everything broadcasting.
2-2 is outside to Carson Kelly. Now the count is full. One away. Cubs need base runners. They trail 6-2 with one away here in the sixth inning. Pete Crow Armstrong on deck. The 3-2. Kelly drives one toward left field, but it's going to be playable for Fraley. The left-handed left fielder makes the catch, maybe 10 feet shy of the track, and that's out number 2, and the batter is PCA.
Now Kelly puts a really good swing on this ball, but just catches it off the end of the bat. And just enough to where he can't drive it over Fraley's head and left or hit it out of the ballpark.
Here's PCA. He has grounded out and flied out. And the pitch, swing and a miss. One final note. This one always made me laugh. 2001 on this date, September 1st, Cubs were playing in Atlanta at Old Turner Field. Sammy Sosa hit the longest home run in Turner Field history, 471 feet to straightaway center. It came against Greg Maddux. Here is the 0-1 pitch. It's in there for a strike. The thing that made me laugh was Maddux' comment the next day when the reporters were asking him, did you think it was gone when he hit it? Maddux said, what do you think? It was like 20 rows back in the stands.
In straightaway center.
Here's a bunt toward third. That's going to be a base hit. Now that's a nice play, Ron. When you're down by this many, you need base runners, and now is when you could use a long ball from Dansby Swanson.
It's a risky play with 2 strikes, there's no doubt, but, you know, pitcher makes a mistake. Shad throws the ball right down the middle, and Pete just sticks the bat out and bunts this ball and really just bunts it where, right at where the third baseman would be, well inside the line. So a controlled bunt. If he bunts it foul, he's out. But it ends up working out for the Cubs, and now you're right. Cubs need a big swing.
Pitch on the way to Swanson is outside. Both the mound and the plate now are in the shade. All of third base, the shortstop area is in the shade. All of left field in the left field corner. And the rest of the field in bright sunshine. Becomes a challenge, especially for the right fielder. Swanson takes low and outside. Stratton with some wobbly control. What would be your approach on 2-0 here, Ron?
I'd be looking for a fastball right down the middle, and I wouldn't be tardy. I'm trying to hit one in the seats.
The pitch in there for a call strike.
It's actually a good take by Dansby. He was ready to hit, but that was a fastball on the outside corner.
2 on, 2 down. Cubs trail by 4, sixth inning. And the 2-1. Line drive, base hit, left center field. 1 run is in. Pete Crow Armstrong around third. He's heading home. He will score. Cubs are right back in the game. 2-run double, Dansby Swanson. It's now a 6-4 ball game. What a sight to watch. Pete Crow Armstrong score from first on a ball that didn't even make it to the warning track, Ron.
Yeah, this ball scalded, but Fraley does a good job of cutting this ball off in left center, but you know what? Sometimes it just doesn't matter. When a guy can run like Pete, he got around second base, and he knew he was going to try to score. And he didn't even look at third base coach. Q was waving him, but didn't matter. Barry waving him, but Pete was going to keep going, and he scores easily. Big swing of the bat by Dansby Swanson.
Dansby with 2 RBIs, had the big series over in Colorado with the 6 RBI game on Friday. He's got 67 ribbies for the year. Runs batted in for the Cubs. A reminder, RBIs are sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Ryan Snitker, the manager, with a quick trip to the mound. And I can only imagine how brief his comments would have been to the pitcher, Stratton. And now the tying run is at the plate, Matt Shaw. That double brought the crowd to life as well. Shaw takes down low. A lot of baseball left. We're only in the 6th inning.
Matty in his last at bat hit an RBI double down into the left field corner. Cubs could use another big swing of the bat.
This crowd trying to give the Cubs every ounce of support. You can hear them in the background. Here's the 1-0 now to Shaw. In there for a strike. And we talk about those games, Ron. It's hard to exactly quantify how many wins the crowd creates for the Cubs over the course of a season, but it's a number. I would say anywhere between 4 and 8. Here's the 1-1. Swinging a pop-up foul. This ball is going to get out of play.
Well, and the way I look at it is I just, when we're paying close attention to these games, and and the game's getting in the second half of the ballgame, does it feel like and does it seem like the crowd is affecting the ballgame? And I have an answer. Yes, I do. I really think we have seen many times now where the Wrigley Field crowd getting into the game has affected what happens in that inning.
It's 1-2 on Matt Shaw, the number 9 hitter. And he'll hit a pop fly. This is playable for the first baseman, Olsen. And he'll make the catch in foul territory to end the inning. But the Cubs get closer on the 2-run double by Swanson. We go to inning number 7. It's the Braves 6 and the Cubs 4. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Matthew Boyd. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network. At Wintrust, our approach lets Cubs fans show their pride anytime, anywhere. With the Cubs debit card from Wintrust Community Banks, you don't just swipe, you make a statement. It's like a megaphone for your wallet, broadcasting Cubs pride with every transaction. Visit wintrust.com/Cubs to choose an eligible account and score your Cubs debit card. That's wintrust.com/Cubs. Wintrust, different approach, better results. Cubs debit card is not available at all Wintrust Community Banks charters. Member FDIC.
It's grilling season. Time to fire it up and share a little grilling wisdom. Step up your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloin. Packed with flavor, easy to cook, and perfect for any backyard cookout. Honey garlic teriyaki and savory brown sugar. There's a flavor for everyone. So put some pork on your fork. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a fresh time market near you. Hatfield, better care, better pork.
In baseball, it's all about keeping your eye on the ball. At Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, it's about keeping things simple. No games, just a relaxed, honest car buying experience. Right now, during the Subaru A Lot to Love event, you'll score big on a new Subaru without the pressure you'll find in the big city. Take the short drive north and discover why there's a lot to love at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, your one-stop shop for everything Subaru. Shop anytime at ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Top of the 7th inning here at Wrigley Field, the opener of a 3-game set between the Cubs and Braves. Atlanta with a 6-4 lead. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth. Proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Aaron Civale working his second inning. Worked a 1-2-3-6, and now his teammates have gotten closer. It's a 6-4 Braves lead. Civale will try to put a quick 0 on the board. Ronald Acuna Jr. leads it off, took ball 1, now fouls it back. Sometimes I think, Ron, if you can, as a pitcher in a spot like this, work a fast 1-2-3 inning and get your teammates back up there immediately, it has a very positive effect.
Yeah, I would agree to that. Absolutely.
Here's a pitch down low. It's all about momentum and energy and the fans. Acuna, without a hit today, was hit by a pitch. He swings and misses, tried to check and could not hold up. The big Braves hitter today, Michael Harris II. He has driven in 4. And now the 2-2 to Acuna. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. The ball dropped, but Acuna does not run. Acuna just started walking back to the dugout, and that's going to be out number 1. Why would a guy not run there, Ron? You never know. It might be a bad throw.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't have an answer for that one. You got to just take off and even give it a 3/4 run down the line just to force the catcher to throw the ball. Hardest working player of the game brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. And Kelly having a little issue with his mask. He's doing a little adjusting to that mask.
Drake Baldwin has walked, singled twice, and scored a run. Left-handed batting catcher swings away and fouls it away.
First out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Cubs will have the top of the order coming up in the bottom of this 7th inning. Bush, Tucker, and Suzuki. Swing and a miss. Might have foul tipped it. Did. It's strike 2. What's on your mind on 0-2?
Well, I think, so far what we're seeing is split finger from Civale is an excellent pitch. I think the hitters are having a really tough time picking up the spin on the baseball.
The 0-2 swing and a miss. Strike 3. Now, all of the infield, except for the dirt on the right side, is in the shade. So both the pitcher and catcher are in the shade. The background, though, is sunlight. What's this like as a hitter?
Very difficult. I really think Acuna didn't see the ball at all. I don't think Baldwin swung at that pitch. That pitch was shoulder high.
Ozzie Albies will check his swing, and
That was a swing.
It is ruled to have been no swing by Austin Jones, the third base umpire.
Albie was trying to get out of the way. I mean, I realize that because the pitch is well inside, but that's definitely a swing.
Yeah. The 1-0 popped up foul. This ball is going to drift out of play.
All three hitters now for Atlanta have had a hard time picking up the baseball in their at-bats.
Braves 6, Cubs 4. First meeting in a 3-game series. Night games to follow tomorrow and Wednesday at 6:40 p.m. Strike called, 1-2. It's going to be hard to homer to dead center at this moment. Little breeze blowing in. The pitch. Fastball is high.
Yeah, it looks like the wind has picked up a little bit from the start of the ball game. And the direction. Let's think it was blowing more towards the left field corner. And now it's blowing straight in from center. Not very hard, but still blowing in.
And the 2-2, that's going to be outside. Please stay tuned for the 7th inning stretch. Brought to you by Volvo and the new Volvo XC90, designed for life. Thanks to Volvo for being with us all season long. The payoff pitch from Savali. Swinging a pop fly. This is going to be foul and out of play. Philadelphia leading Milwaukee 6-5.
Oh, wow.
The Phillies trailed that game 4-0 after 3 innings, but they've rallied. And the Phils are on top by a run as they go to the bottom of the 6th. Deep drive left center. Crow Armstrong on the run. And he slides and makes a fantastic catch. What a play by Pete Crow Armstrong. Sometimes he just outruns the baseball.
And this ball, this has got Gapper written all over it. Pete just runs, makes a sliding catch right on the warning track. And I mean, he just keeps sliding and catches his ball. Couldn't be more than a foot off the ground, sliding onto the track in left center field. What a play.
Great play by Pete in center. We go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Time for the 7th inning stretch. Matt Doherty and Marguerite Moreau, cast members of the Mighty Duck, are ready to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back, for it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. 4 and 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get some. We love a come from behind story.
Fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
It's the greatest summer clearance, only at The Great Escape, where you save up to 70% store-wide. Need new patio furniture? Sectionals and dining sets from only $9.99. Fire tables from $6.99. And umbrellas, now 60% off. Still dreaming of that pool? There's still time. Get $0 one-day installation, as low as $79 a month. And don't miss pre-tariff hot tubs. Payments as low as $105 a month. Only at The Great Escape.
Shop The Great Escape.
Give your walls a beautiful, smooth finish that stands up to daily use. From August 27th through September 8th, save 20% on Benjamin Moore Regal Select Interior Paint. The paint trusted for generations for its durability and washability. Shop at your locally owned Benjamin Moore store today and discover why Regal Select is the standard for excellence. Terms and conditions apply. Contact us for details.
Justin Turner will lead off the bottom of the inning, the 7th inning. as he is batting for Michael Busch. Kyle Tucker to follow. And then Seiya Suzuki, the new left-hander in the game. Dylan Lee. And he'll fire a strike to Turner. The count now 2-1. Fans still kind of buzzing after that great defensive play by Pete Crow Armstrong to end the top of the 7th inning. Let's see if Turner can start a rally. And the pitch to Justin. Line drive to short, one hop. Glove by Allen on the outfield grass. Throws to first in time, and that's out number 1. Nick Allen, the young shortstop. We're getting our first look at him. One away in the batter, Kyle Tucker.
Now you'd love to see Tuck do a little damage here or just get on base. Cubs need some base runners. Down by a couple here in the bottom of the 7th.
Nice job of the 7th inning stretch by the gang from the Mighty Ducks. I may have said Mighty Duck, singular. And
yeah, it's definitely Ducks.
The only real Mighty Duck I know of was Donald. And there's no replacing old Donald. Here's the 0-1.
Friends for you.
The 0-1 pitch fouled right down below us. I almost told you to duck.
Yeah.
Quack, quack.
0-2 on Kyle Tucker.
New high here on Cubs Radio.
Always live. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Tucker is out number 2. 2 gone, and Seiya Suzuki coming up. Not sure, Ron. I think we've seen Dylan Lee, but refresh our memory. What would be the plan against him?
Well, good fastball, good off-speed pitch, but he's one of those guys. He's going to be on the attack. That's why he's in this game right now for Atlanta.
Let's see if Suzuki can get on. Cubs trail 6-4.
He's been one of their most dependable relievers. When you look, his ERA's in the mid-3s, but he's thrown 60 innings already.
Tall, bearded left-hander. Swinging strike by Suzuki. Seiya with a single and a couple of fly ball outs. So he is 1 for 3. If he gets on, Ian Happ would be the tying tally. Ian having a good day, including his 19th home run back in the 4th inning.
Seiya just missed the 3-run homer in that 5th inning, hit a bomb. 3-2 pitch to straightaway center, and wind picked up, kept it in the ballpark right at the 400-foot mark in straightaway center.
Now the 1-2. Fastball is high. We will get the attendance here soon. It's a sellout crowd, or very, very close to it. The 2-2. Strike 3 called, and that ends the inning. Dylan Lee works 1, 2, 3. We go to the 8th inning. Braves 6, Cubs 4 on the score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, Owen Casey. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
From the warehouse to the work site, Fitzgerald Equipment keeps Illinois and Wisconsin businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service featuring Heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
It's not too late for your pup to be called out on air as the Tito's Handmade Vodka K9 of the game. Submit your dog now at 670thescore.com, and your pooch could get a shout out. And if the North Northsiders pitchers strike out 9 or more during a regular season home game, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $100 to anti-cruelty and up to $10,000 this season, supporting their mission to care for animals in need and build a stronger pet-loving community. Tito's Handmade Vodka, vodka for dog people. Distilled and bottled by 5th Generation Inc., Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Safer responsibly.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear, 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
Cubs down by 2 here on a beautiful day here at Wrigley Field. Top of the 8th inning. And this 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids. 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today, Patrick.
Aaron Civale out to work his 3rd inning of relief. Again, all of the grass portion of the infield is in the shade, with the exception of some sunlight coming through the windows from the upper deck. Second pitch missing down low to Michael Harris II. Harris with 2 clutch hits in the game, a 2-run single in the 3rd, a 2-run double in the 5th. Braves on top 6-4. Here's a fly ball, shallow right. Going out and calling is Horner, and he'll make the grab over near the right field line. 1 down. 39,673. Let's see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. It looks like I was a little bit closer today. Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. One away, Nacho Alvarez Jr. batting, taking a strike. And that is, in fact, his real first name, Nacho. Oh, 1 pitch down low, 1 ball and 1 strike. Nacho doubled to drive in a run his last time. Sounds kind of funny to say that. And the 1-1. Look out. Nacho got hit in the left shoulder as he spun away. And that hit him direct. Fastball up and in. That had to hurt.
Yeah, you could hear it all the way up here. Hit him right in the middle of the back. He is.
Alvarez running to first in some pain.
Yeah, he's hurt.
Braves trainer out to take a look at him.
They want this. Yeah, that hit him in the left shoulder. That one was coming up and in.
He was able just to flinch just barely in time, Ron, so that it could have been a lot worse. Yeah. So Alvarez hit by a pitch, 1 away, 8th inning. He'll run for himself. And Jake Fraley is the batter, taking outside. Please stay tuned for the Toast of the Game ball player presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. Fly ball to right, battling the sun as Tucker makes the catch. And that's out number 2. As soon as the ball went out toward right, you saw Kyle hold up the bare hand to try to block out the sun, which apparently he was able to do because he had no trouble making the catch on this particular play. 2 down.
Yeah, that ball hit right on the button by Fraley, but top spinner hit well, but right at Tuck. And, you know, when you see a guy put his hand up there, you always wonder if he's going to be able to see the ball, but he made the play look fairly easy.
Nick Allen swings and misses. You've got a picture of Nick Allen up on the scoreboard. He has a very youthful look about him. And now the 0-1 pitch on the way to Nick Allen. From Aaron Civale, and it's going to be a strike, 1 ball and 1 strike on Nick Allen.
Yeah, he's 26 years old, but that pitcher does not look like a 26-year-old.
Might have been his high school graduation picture.
There you go.
Here's the 1-1, liner to right, base hit for Nick Allen. Rounding second and going to third is Alvarez. And now the Braves threatening with 2 down, men at first and third, and the leadoff batter, Jurickson Profar, coming up.
A good piece of hitting by Allen. He gets a high slider and just shoots it the other way. Yeah, whether he looks like a high schooler or not, he can hit a little bit.
Yeah, there's a good piece of hitting there. Opposite field single. Cubs just there's a feeling they can ill afford to drop behind any further. Trailing by 2. Top of inning number 8 with 2 down and men at first and third. Profar takes high for ball 1.
First out, brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Still booming, you say?
Yeah, still booming. All the way from Denver, it's been booming.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch. Profar takes upstairs again. Please stay tuned for Zach Zaidman's post-game show, the Verizon post-game show. Zach is preparing that even as we move along here. Two outs, 2 on. Men at the corners take their leads. And the 2-0 from Savali. In there for a strike. Now, in that spot, I'm surprised Profar was not more aggressive, Ron. How about you?
Yeah, it's a little cutter right in the middle of the plate. He took it all the way.
Your team is leading. You got a 2-0 count. You got 2 men on. 2-1 pitch. Lifted to right center. Pretty well hit, but it's playable. Crow Armstrong will make the catch. No runs for the Braves. Let's see if the Cubs can rally late in this game as we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Braves 6, Cubs 4 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score.
Sloan has been providing restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years, and we're proud to now expand into the concourse with our brand new bottle fillers that provide clean drinking water for Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com.
Change is always happening, but no matter what changes in 5 years, there's one thing that will stay the same: the price of your internet. With the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you get 5 years of the most reliable Wi-Fi with our best equipment included for a price that stays exactly the same. Restrictions apply. New residential customers only. Taxes and fees extra and subject to change. Most reliable Wi-Fi based on Open Signal Awards USA. Fixed Broadband Experience Report, August 2024.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong at the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end September 2nd. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Crush concrete with a Bosch 18-volt Bulldog rotary hammer. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
All right, let's see if the Cubs can come from behind on this Labor Day Monday. We thank you for joining us. We hope you are safe and happy with friends and family. Maybe having a dinner or a late afternoon meal of some kind. We thank you for being with us. Ian Happ to lead things off. And Ian will take a fastball in there for a strike. Pierce Johnson is the new right-hander pitching for Atlanta. He always works from a stretch, works over on the first base side of the mound. And the 0-1 to Happ is high. Ian with a homer and a single already today. His homer, his 19th. He just wants to get on base, so you get the tying tally to the plate. The 1-1, a swing and a miss. Pretty good fastball by Johnson. This guy has fashioned a 2.15 ERA over 50 innings of work.
Got a good arm, good lively fastball.
And now the 1-2. Happ lines one, shallow left field, coming in Fraley. That's a base hit. Nice piece of hitting by Ian. You could tell, Ron, with 2 strikes, he was just trying to put it in play.
Yep. Excellent job by Ian to get on base. dumping that ball into short left field, and now the Cubs got something going here. Tough plays of the game today. They're sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. And now with the big hole on the right side and a hard thrower, wouldn't surprise me if Nico tries to shoot the ball the other way.
He swings and misses at the first offering. Horner today with a double in 3 trips. He also has a warning track fly ball out. So he's made good contact today. Now there is no more sunlight between the mound and the plate as there was earlier. It's all shaded. As Horner checks, and that's going to be a strike. Nico asking the umpire Visconti, was that a strike or did you say I swung? I believe it was a called strike by Visconti. And the strike 2 delivery from Johnson. Long set. And now Horner swings and misses, strike 3. Nico out on 3 pitches, 1 away, and the batter Carson Kelly.
Pretty good location on the last 2 pitches from Johnson. Made of the order, presented by Chef IQ Sense. Never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
Kelly has grounded out, walked, and lined out to left. He's got the power to tie this game with 1 swing. Carson with 13 home runs. He takes the fastball too high, ball 1.
Suit up this season at MLBshop.com. Check out the largest selection of authentic jerseys, caps, hoodies, T-shirts, and more. The old and more. Visit MLBshop.com for your Chicago Cubs gear and today's special offer.
Fastball in there for a strike. Opposing pitching changes, always brought to you by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com. I like that, smart water. Throw to first, not in time. Fans getting a little restless for some action. Kelly, the tying run at the plate. This big crowd ready to cut loose if the Cubs could rally. And now the 1-1 time called. A case where a clock violation, and so it's a ball, and they count 2-1. A pitch clock violation by the man on the mound, which is really, when you're leading by 2 runs, kind of inexcusable.
Yeah, it really is. We're getting a good shot of this, and that was pretty close. It's one of those where, you probably could have let that go.
Low and outside. Now it's 3-1. 1 ball difference doesn't sound like a lot, but it can be a lot.
Changes the whole at bat. Absolutely. Yeah, I would agree.
Now the count is 3-1 on Kelly. There goes the runner. The pitch is taken for a strike. Throw to second, not in time. Happ running on the 3-1 gets the steal. Cubs trail by 2. We are in the 8th inning of the game. Sellout crowd on hand. Now the only sunlight on the field is in right field and center. The rest of the diamond all in shade, and the entire infield is shaded. 1 away with a man at second, and the 3-2 pitch. Kelly will drive one in the air to left field. Back goes Fraley. That ball is gone. Ball game is tied. Carson Kelly, a 2-run home run. Listen to this crowd.
Well, you just said the crowd was dying to get into it. And Kelly gives him a good reason. He hits a line drive bullet. No doubt home run for number 14, and the game is tied.
Standing ovation for Carson Kelly. Ball game tied at 6. And the batter is Pete Crow Armstrong. Here's the pitch on the way to Pete. in there for a strike. Cubs were down 6-1 at one time today. They have battled all the way back to get even. Now let's see if they can take the lead. One away, eighth inning. Pete takes high.
RBIs by Cubs batter, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old.
Pete with a bunt single his last time. And he will take high for a ball, 2-1. Rob, right after your teammate has homered, the crowd is going crazy. Everyone is full of adrenaline. Is it hard for you, the next batter, to have what you'd call a normal at-bat?
It can be, absolutely. The adrenaline is going through the stadium.
Fly ball to right, battling the sun is Acuna making the catch. And that's out number 2. It would be only natural, you would think, to overswing.
Sometimes it goes in your favor, though, because the pitcher is upset. He's grinding. The crowd is affecting him, and he throws the ball right down the middle. So sometimes you got to be ready to hit, though, because you may get one, center cut that you can blast.
Cubs trying to come all the way back and win a game today. It's tied at 6. 2 down in the 8th inning for Dansby Swanson. Swanson lines one to short, caught by Allen. Inning over. But Carson Kelly with a clutch game-tying 2-run home run as we go to the 9th inning. Cubs 6, Braves 6. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Being pregnant and finding out you had cancer. I'm Robin, and that was me. But my oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician at Northwestern Memorial Hospital created the safest chemotherapy plan, so I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team collaborated to deliver a healthy baby and mother, performing a C-section, then cancer removal the same day. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Do you own a manufacturing facility? Energy typically represents the largest cost in running your business. Properly insulated systems installed and maintained by trained professionals represents one of the best investments a company can make. In many cases, proper mechanical insulation can provide an annual rate of return of more than 100%. Learn how to pay less in energy costs with proper mechanical insulation. For a list of Illinois regional insulation contractors, visit the Heat and Frost Insulators website at local17insulators.com.
It started with one car 70 years ago, when the first Volvo car arrived in the U.S. Since, Volvo has helped redefine safety. From the 3-point safety belt to side impact airbags, a whiplash protection system, and blind spot assist, innovations that have saved millions of lives and made summer memories safer for generations. Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Hey, Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. It's shaping up to be an historic season. To start making history with your business in Bedford Park, visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
Brand new game at Wrigley Field. Cubs 6, Braves 6. The 9th inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Matt Olson leads off the 9th inning against Brad Keller. Swings and misses, 0-1. Keller has been outstanding of late. Here's the next pitch, fouled away. Saturday night extended his scoreless string to 18 straight outings, covering 18 and a third innings. You can't be any better than that. Right now, he just wants to put a 0 on the board in the top of this 9th inning of a tie game and give the Cubs a chance to win it in the bottom half. That would be the ideal scenario. Here's a pitch down low, 1-2.
Catch of the game, sponsored by Catch Des Moines. Discover the weekend getaway in Des Moines. We're only the Esther South. Find all the fun at CatchDesMoines.com. And Pete Armstrong led the catch of the game.
Olsen strikes out swinging on a 99-mile-per-hour missile. One away.
That was gas, and Olsen just tardy on this fastball. This is center cut, middle, power against power. And Keller threw it right past him.
Cubs pitching changes brought to you by James Hardy Building Products as Ronald Acuna Jr. takes a strike. Siding with the Cubs, James Hardy.
There was a pitch clock violation in last inning, and that's sponsored by Verizon.
And that came during the at-bat by Carson Kelly,
That's right.
who hit a 2-run home run. And now the 1-1. Swing and a miss. The big man's just rearing back and bringing it.
Yeah, there was nothing fancy about that. That's just, let me reach back, throw it as hard as I can.
The 1-2 fouled away. Glancing to the bottom of the 9th inning. Cubs are going to have Matt Shaw, Justin Turner, who is in at first base. He'll bat second. And then Kyle Tucker. This pitch sweeps outside for a ball, 2-2. Game 1 of the series. It'll continue tomorrow night at 6:40. Here comes the 2-2. Pop fly back at short. Might be a tough play. Swanson goes out and makes a great catch over the shoulder. Like a wide receiver running a little sideline pattern. Caught it right over the shoulder going away, and that's out number 2.
Very nice jump by Dansby. He takes off running, and he's got this ball right over his right shoulder. And the old over-the-shoulder Willie Mays style catch, and then breaks into a slide.
2 down, nobody on. Drake Baldwin, the batter. He fouls it away.
There's a stolen base last inning, and again, stolen bases. They're powered by Atturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Atturo.com.
Here comes the 0-1 inside to Baldwin.
Dansby just making plays in today's ball game.
Every play he's had to make lately, Ron, he's been able to rise to the occasion. Low and inside for a ball. 2-1 on Drake Baldwin. The play he made yesterday in Colorado, one of the best plays he's made. And that's saying something because he makes so many good plays, but that one was special. Here's a chopper foul right side. Crowd kind of buzzing right now, trying to give Brad Keller every ounce of energy and support. Listen to this place. Everyone is standing. Tie game, 9th inning. 2 down, bases empty. The 2-2 is low. 3-2. This is where the crowd becomes a factor. A real factor.
This has got to be a fastball. 40,000 people yelling.
Low and inside, he walked him. The ball gets away from Kelly, but Baldwin will take a walk. So 2 down, a man at first. Ozzie Albies coming up.
Sometimes, you get so pumped up. You got the fans behind you, and you get so pumped up. You just tried to throw that ball 110 miles an hour. Just pulled it.
Baldwin will leave for a pinch runner. We will identify him as soon as we can. So the Braves will need a new catcher in the bottom of the inning. The pinch runner at first is Williams. And I'm guessing he also has a first name. Maybe not. It just says Williams on the board.
Yeah.
Ozzie Albies at the plate. And he'll check and take high for a ball.
Luke Williams.
Zach tells us it is Luke Williams. Pinch running at first. Williams a big lead over there. Not running. Albies takes a strike, 1-1.
I would think through years with the power that Albies generates, and even though he's not a big guy, he hits some home runs. You do not want to make the last out of the inning on the bases with Albies at the plate.
So you're not looking for a steal.
I would think not. If you take off running, you better make it.
Turner holding the runner at first. The big right-hander Keller set. Crowd is quiet all of a sudden. And the pitch to Albies. Lifted foul off to the left out of play. What's on your mind on 1 and 2?
I like high fastball. I do with Keller. That's a pitch he throws well and commands well at the top of the zone. I think it's a very tough pitch for hitters to hit against Keller. He's a big guy, and that ball just seems like it's going to be lower, but it's about chest high.
A stretch for the 1-2. And the pitch a little bit high. The Brewers and Phillies are tied 6-6 in the 8th inning. The Cubs and the Braves are tied 6-6 here in the 9th inning. 2 outs, a runner at first not going, and the pitch fouled away.
Boy, after a high fastball to pitch before at 99, now one right at the knees, the bottom of the zone at 98.
Keller got the first 2 men, then walked a man. The pinch runner, Luke Williams, at first. The stretch for the 2-2 to Albies. Here it comes. Low for a ball. Albies, a veteran. He laid off that pitch. He's a good little player.
Pat, in Milwaukee, Harrison Bader has hit an RBI double. The Phillies now lead the Brewers 7-6 in the top of the 8th.
Very good, Zach. Thank you. Here's the 3-2 to Albies, high for ball 4. Back-to-back walks issued by Brad Keller after he got the first 2. Michael Harris, the second, is coming up. And Craig Counsell, or is this Tommy Hotovy? It's the latter. Tommy Hotovy, the pitching coach, will head to the mound. So no pitching change will be made. What might he be imparting to the young pitcher here, Ron?
I think what he is saying, he's going to do a little bit of scouting report talk about Harris, just to kind of break things up a little bit, slow things down. And then he's going to talk about just take a breath. He's going to try to stay out there as long as he can just to kind of calm the game back down for Keller. I think the crowd got really going, and he was throwing bullets, and he might have got just going a little too fast, trying to throw the ball a little too hard, with 40,000 people screaming.
Now, he's got his work cut out for him with Michael Harris. Harris had good at-bats all day long. He has driven in 4 with a 2-run single and a 2-run double. And he's batting now with 2 outs and men at first and second, top of the 9th inning. The pitch to Harris, strike 1.
Well, there you go. That's a controlled wind-up and throw, and still 99 miles an hour in the outside corner.
Runners take their leads. Now the 0-1. It's on the way. It's taken for strike 2 call. You see the outfielders stretching and limbering in case they have to make a throw. Fans are standing. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. He struck him out on an off-speed pitch. Keller puts a 0 on the board. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. It's the Cubs 6 and the Braves 6. This is the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Only on a network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming and 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rates. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Hey, Coom here. Labor Day in the Midwest means one thing. One last trip to the lake house before summer officially calls it a season. The grill is hot, coolers are packed, and if you're like me, you're bringing some Yingling along for the ride. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, or flight, Yingling has a beer for every taste. Great beer, great company, and a little lake time. That's a winning combo in my book. Yingling, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hi, it's Lou Manfredini for the Gilkey Window Company. I've been talking about these windows for 25 years. The Gilkey family has been making these windows for 45 years. They make, in my opinion, the best windows and doors you could put in your home. I put them in my home. You can do the same now during their summer special. Get $375 off each window, $1,000 off their really nice patio doors with no money down. Call 888-3-GILKEY. That's 888-3-GILKEY or visit Gilkey.com.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now on ChefIQ.com. That's ChefIQ.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Huh?
John Brebbia, full beard, and the right-hander is not having a great year. When you look at his earned run average of 7.32, I think that's all you really need.
Yeah, that's it. That's exactly right. You know, he's been a guy that's been in the league a long time, but, you know, as we talked about, this Atlanta team has had its struggles and had its injury issues. See if the Cubs can make Atlanta pay here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Matt Shaw will lead things off. The pitch on the way to Matt. Swinging a broken bat foul. Hit it right off the end of the bat, and several, or at least two chunks of wood went flying out the barrel end of the bat. Don't see that very often.
No, he needs to chalk that pool stick up a little better than that.
Opposing pitching changes always brought to you by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com.
And one of the newest Cubs is in the on-deck circle, Santana, who the Cubs have just acquired and made his way to Chicago today. Longtime veteran switch hitter is in the on-deck circle.
Carlos Santana. John Brebbia. Well, that is a full beard this guy has. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss.
Yeah, he's definitely on the all-beard team.
Mm-hmm. Now Alvarez at third backs up deeper with two strikes on Shaw.
Outfielders playing deep in left field, playing no doubles is Fraley.
Here's a line drive, shallow left center field, base hit. Matt Shaw on the 0-2 pitch lines a soft single to left. There's a good start to the bottom of the ninth in a tie game.
Well, we just talked about it, that Fraley in left field playing no doubles. So what that does is it gives you a lot more room for a base hit in front of him, and that's exactly what happened. Shaw hits this ball off the end of the bat and dumps one in the left.
Carlos Santana will make his Cubs debut, and what a time to make your debut as a Cub. Tie game, ninth inning. Brebbia will chase the runner Shaw back to first. The outfield has to play deep. Now right field would be a very tough field to play. Acuna is the right fielder for the Braves.
Santana has 11 home runs this season.
And the pitch is in there for a strike. He's driven in 52 runs this year. A native of Santo Domingo, Dominican Republic. Strong, 210 pounds, 5'10". Batting left-handed. The 0-1 pitch in there for a call, strike two.
He took that fastball. I think it's still a little difficult to see around home plate, especially if you've not been in a game all game.
Santana played against the Cubs as a Cleveland Indian in the 2016 World Series. And now the 0-2 to Carlos. Swing and a miss. And that's out number one. Before Tucker bats, we pause 10 for ID. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to the Cubs game in FM quality at 104.3 HD2 FM on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. We are WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Kyle Tucker 0 for 4 in the game. He will face the right-hander Brebbia. Pitch to Kyle, swinging a foul right side. Tucker has actually had some pretty good-looking swings today. Sometimes that happens, Ron. You look good, you feel good, but you get no hits.
Yeah, hit some balls right on the button. Cubs with great speed at first base in Matt Shaw.
Here's a swing and a high fly ball, shallow center. Going out, Allen. Coming in, Harris. Harris makes the catch. And that's the second out in this ninth inning. Holding at first is Shaw. And it's up to Seiya Suzuki to try to drive in the winning run.
I would say
look for Shaw to be running here.
You could. It's a possibility. The problem with it is Brebbia. Brebbia is very quick to the plate. He does not have a long or high leg kick, so he is quick to the plate. Matty would have to get a really good jump.
Seiya waiting. First pitch in there for a strike. Getting close to naming the toast of the game ball player. Here we're in the bottom of the ninth inning, brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
How about Carson Kelly with the game-tying home runs?
Good call.
He'll be our toast of the game ball player.
Suzuki takes strike 2 called.
And a couple sliders right in the middle of the plate. That one kind of at the knees. Suzuki didn't like the call, but it was definitely a strike. I think the guys are just having a hard time seeing the baseball right now. Really do.
6-6 tie, bottom of the ninth, 2 down, a runner at first. And the pitch. Down low for a ball. All of the infield now is in the shade. All of left field, most of center is shaded. Just a part of right field in bright sunshine. And now the 1-2 pitch. Seiya takes outside for a ball.
Atlanta's outfielders are somewhat bunching the middle. So any ball hit down either line is definitely going to end the ball game.
Alvarez, the third baseman, only a couple of steps off the line, playing deep. Olsen at first, holding the runner, Shaw. Now the 2-2. Just off the inside edge. Slight advantage Cubs. The runner, Shaw, will be moving with the delivery. And listen to these fans at Wrigley. I love these moments. There goes Shaw. Seiya fouls it away, and we'll do it again.
Like Seiya's seen, I don't know if he's seen a fastball, and it's better if they've been all sliders.
Outfield of Fraley, Harris, and Acuna. Pretty much straight away against Suzuki. Shaw takes his lead at first. Tie game, bottom of the ninth. And the payoff instead of toss over by Brebbia. Oh, the crowd didn't like that. The crowd wants action. No pickoff throws right now. The stretch by the bearded right hander. The pitch. Fly ball down the left field line. Long run, Fraley makes the catch to end the inning. Cubs get a leadoff single from Shaw, but he never moves away from first base. We're going extra innings at Wrigley, tied at 6. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their Rapid Rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that Future You can't use? And since your Rapid Rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward Future You with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
That's you trying to fix the plumbing yourself to save a few bucks. Doing things yourself doesn't always end well. The same goes for insurance. That's why Auto Owners works with local independent agents who tailor coverage to meet your needs and offer discounts for life, home, car, and business insurance. Because sometimes you need a professional to get the job done right. That's simple human sense.
Ask Ramsey Financial Services in Bowen if auto owners make sense for you.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, dedicated to helping you move better so you can live better. Our team of highly trained professionals provides empathetic, timely, efficient, and highest quality care to our patients. From state-of-the-art imaging to convenient rehab locations, we're here for you. With 14 Ortho Access immediate care facilities, get same-day orthopedic treatment. Experience close-to-home care you deserve. Visit IBJI.com for locations and services.
James Hardie Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardie is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardie Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Getting set for the top of the 10th here at Wrigley Field. The 10th inning is brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Pat?
Andrew Kittredge, bearded right-hander for the Cubs, enters the game. 10th inning, courtesy runner at second. That is Michael Harris the second, and Nacho Alvarez Jr. bunts it foul. Interesting run. In all the extra inning games we've seen, only infrequently have we seen the first batter for the visiting team try to lay down a bunt.
Yeah, I would agree. It's an odd deal. See if they bunt again. I bet he is. No way, stay up.
Next pitch missing down low from Kittredge.
The strategy and what people, what the league has done, almost every team, the visiting team with the runner at second in the top of the 10th always plays for 2 runs.
Here's a bunt toward first. Carlos Santana, the first baseman, comes in, fields the ball, and feeds the ball to Horner. 3-4 on the putout at first, but it does advance the runner Harris to third with only 1 away. So the Braves playing for 1 run. Interesting.
Well, and now the Cubs will play the infield in to try to cut the run down at the plate. Harris at third base. He will be going on contact.
Jake Fraley batting, left-handed hitter. With 1 away, a man at third. Here's a foul back and out of play.
We've seen Fraley a bunch through the years. He has been with Cincinnati for many years.
Cubs are going to have Happ, Horner, and Kelly due up. And Suzuki will be their courtesy runner in the bottom of the inning. We're tied at 6. Here's the next pitch. Fouled away. Now it's 0-2. And if you're Kittredge, you've got to be thinking strikeout, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. You could go sinker, you could go split. The issue you always run into in this situation is, pitchers get a little leery of throwing that breaking ball in the dirt or that off-speed pitch.
Fraley is 0 for 4 in the game. There's the pitch on the way. A little bouncer foul off the foot of the batter, and the batter, Fraley, goes down on hands and knees. He's in pain. That got him, I think, right on the top of the right foot.
Yeah, he's got a guard on that right leg, but not on the foot area, just on the shin and ankle. And
he's in agony right
now.
now.
He really is. Yeah, it hit him right on the toes. So it would have hit him right on the top of the big toe on that nail on your foot. And that one, you don't get that one too often, but boy, when you do, he may not be able to stay in the game. If it hit him right on that big toe, it explodes your nail, and then you get all that blood underneath your toenail, and you just can't run anymore.
The competitive instinct always kicks in. You want to stay in the game. I mean, the potential go-ahead run in the extra innings is at third base, and you're batting. You don't want to leave that game, and he's not going to leave.
No.
He's going to stay in there. Each team with 10 hits. It's a 6-6 tie. Cubs infield in all the way around, and Fraley will stay in the game after fouling one off his foot. The count on him is 0-2. 1 away, a runner at third. And the pitch on the way. Bouncing ball foul.
He almost hit that one off his foot. That one just missed his front foot.
Just the way he's moving around at the plate, you can tell he's still hurting.
Yeah, it's not comfortable. I can promise you that.
Kittredge bends way back at the waist. The right-hander fires, swinging a foul back.
A little high fastball. That one right at the top of the zone. Good pitch by Kittredge.
The Phillies have taken an 8-6 lead over Milwaukee. That's an 8th inning score in Wisconsin. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Kittredge gets a strikeout at a most opportune moment. Out number 2.
Boy, excellent slider. This ball starts out in the zone, breaks down and in. Fraley swings right over the top of it for strike 3. Cubs pitching changes today, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Marcell Ozuna is going to be the pinch hitter here. Ozuna has had many productive seasons for Atlanta. He was not in the lineup today. This year he's got 20 homers, 62 driven in, and hitting in the 270s. He's always been a tough out run and a guy with power as well.
Yeah, he's been a very good hitter through the years. He's one of those guys that, he always hit in the middle of the lineup and is always a really tough out.
I misread his batting average, 227 instead of 270. All right. 2 down, a man at third. The infield backs up. 10th inning, a 6-6 tie. Kittredge to Ozuna. First pitch, strike, 0-1.
A good slider right on the outside corner, up.
This could be one of the key at-bats of the entire day. Crowd is kind of quiet. The pitch to Ozuna, fouled away, and now it's 0-2. Ron, what are you thinking?
Well, I like that. The back-to-back pitches, one slider away on the outside corner, then you run that fastball in on his hands. That one almost hit him right in the thumb. I like the high fastball.
Right-hander to right-hander. The 0-2 from Kittredge. A little bit low for a ball. Ozuna on open stance. The lead at third in foul territory by Michael Harris II. And the 1-2 pitch on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. What a job by Kittredge. Back-to-back strikeouts. The Braves do not score. The Cubs have a chance to win it in the bottom of the 10th inning. It is still tied 6-6. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron Coomer bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yuengling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yuengling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA. Hey, baseball fans, now at Verizon, they are knocking it out of the park with low prices. Locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. Only on the network you can count on. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today.
$20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rates. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then? Now you're getting it.
Beep-bop, beat-up, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Former Cub Vidal Brujan is now a member of the Atlanta Braves, and he'll play shortstop in the top of the inning. Nick Allen left the game as a pinch batter. Marcell Ozuna batted for him, and then Ozuna struck out. So you got Brujan at short. The courtesy runner for the Cubs at second is Seiya Suzuki. And this crowd buzzing because Atlanta did not score in the top of this 10th inning. Cubs have a chance to win it right now with Ian Happ batting. And the pitch to Ian. Fastball away.
Well, now situational hitting for the Cubs comes into play. Ian, at minimum, wants to at least get Suzuki to third base. So you're going to want to pull the baseball if possible.
Happ will take a strike, 1-1. Happ having a good day, a homer and a pair of singles. He has scored 3 times. Brujan playing directly behind the runner Suzuki, who cannot get an enormous lead at second. The 1-1. Happ fouls it away. Cubs trying to finish off their comeback. They were down by 5 runs in the 5th inning of this game. 6-6, bottom of the 10th inning. Nobody out, a man at second. And now Happ will foul it away.
He got a good pitch to hit there. That was a hanging slider right in the middle of the plate, just a little out in front. Popped it up behind home plate.
Horner would be next. Horner hoping his teammate Happ can win the game right now. Brebbia to the belt, deals. Fouled away by Happ. Gentle breeze blowing in from center. Still a beautiful blue sky overhead. It was 75 at game time. It's probably about 70 by this hour. And now the 1-2. Happ swings and misses. Did he foul tip it? Happ thought he might have foul tipped that. Apparently he did not. And that is out number 1.
I think you were right the first time, Pat. I think he foul tipped it, put right into the glove. I think this is a foul tip and a catch. Yes, it is. Yeah,
that's what it was, Ron. So Nico Horner batting with the potential winning run at second. And the pitch be able to pick up some ground on Milwaukee, but that's secondary right now. This was a great win in come from behind fashion by this Cubs team today, Ron.
But there's no doubt. And, there's a lot to it because when you look at a game like today after the tough game last night, tough travel coming back to Chicago today, playing that 3 o'clock game, it's just very difficult. Let the Cubs come back. Second half of the game, they play great baseball and win a big game here to kick off this long homestand.
Carson Kelly, a game-winning single right down the left field line as it drives in Seiya Suzuki with the winning run. It landed in an area, Ron, where you and I cannot see it. We are blocked out by the side wall down